We're kind of battling, I feel like, for the tight end podcast now. Pardon My Take takes a lot of pride in having all their tight ends on. We are competing with them as taking over as the new tight end style podcast.
Nashville, Tennessee, the new tight end you.
Did not know you were undrafted.
Googled this morning to make sure you were undrafted.
In practice squad. Now, is there any animosity
between us?
With the Pro Bowl last year?
The best thing you can do for me is doubt me.
He's only been saying that for 3 years.
High school is so sick. I was the man in high school. Let's watch film on it.
Yeah.
Like that movie.
We've figured out that the more you put me and Bob in the same room is the stupider we get.
I went into like a deep imagery meditation before the Atlanta game. Looked at the field. I legit blacked out. Truly, like, barely remember the game.
You're going to be a much happier person. I promise you that.
You can't love someone else until you love yourself.
Hey, we're dropping some gems on this motherfucker.
Call of Duty, insane. Some high school kids who just got off a long day, just failed their math test.
What happens when you guys are getting dummy?
I usually just ask them to do a favor. Will you do a favor for me?
What's the favor?
Shut the fuck up.
Welcome to Bussin' with the Boys, presented by Barstool Sports. We have an absolute banger of a podcast today. I think it will go down. People are already making memes and graphs like it's going to go down on the Mount Busmore of pods. Definitely in 2021. We have on, I co-host with George Kittle. The boy is back. He's getting even better at hosting. He's getting better at asking questions. We have on his boy, Packers superstar, Rob Tonyan, tight end. I think we are now officially the tight end podcast. I think we might be taking over in the Barstool brand and becoming the Titans podcast or the tight end podcast, because we've had on who now? We've had on George Kittle. He's been on a few times. Had on Rob Tonyan, Darren Waller, Delaney Walker, TJ Hawkinson, Travis Kelce. Who else? Anybody else? Am I missing anybody? We've had on the top dogs. We've had on Pro Bowlers. Like they've been coming to the bus. They've been on with the boys. In this one, we get into who else? Kyle Rudolph. Yeah, that's right. Can't miss out him either. But we get into some contract talk. We get into the rise of Rob Tonyan, how he went from undrafted, practice squad, same as he's just a fucking wolf, dude. How he's made that climb and now set himself as one of the big pieces on offense for the Green Bay Packers. We dive into a lot of mental talk, how him and George bully kids online with their little Call of Duty team. The VOM squad. A lot of good shit. I think you guys are going to very much enjoy this episode. Before we get into the episode, this episode is also brought to you by Chevy. We are a Chevy podcast, boys. We're the Chevy boys. Rob Tonyan, George Kittle, they're also Chevy boys. They fall in line of grit, determination, hard work, lunch pail guys that you want to have on the bus, that you want to have in a Chevy Silverado. That you want to have in a Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. It's dependable like the people who drive them, and that is you, the fans, the wolves, the tier ones, the lunch pail people out there. The design is huge. It's big, bold, commanding. It turns heads, boys and girls. It is a partner with grit and determination, and anything is possible with the Silverado. And I have a special guest with me today to read as Marty Mush, superstar in the Barstool sports world. He's going to toss you up why our partner at Chevy has grit and determination and all the uses it brings to people.
Let me tell you something, Will.
Tell me.
Tailgating, unbelievable. You can take the grill out of there.
Yeah.
Beautiful back. The best thing you could use this to move the bus.
You can haul shit?
Haul the bus, tow the bus. Unbelievable.
What if you got a boat? Can you tow the boat
You
too?
can tow a boat. That's what Chevrolet does. It's unbelievable. Off-roading, moving day, that's huge.
Do you like moving day?
Moving day is only good with Chevrolet. You like that? That's
I
some
do
good
like
rhyming
that
too.
because moving day stinks, but when you're in a Chevy Silverado,
Moving day, Chevrolet, bang, rapid God here. And road trips.
which is what you're on right now.
On one right now.
Are you in a Chevy?
I'm in a Chevy. Even Zaz, he's got so much room back there. He's flipping his legs. It's just a smooth ride, dude.
Go to a dealership near you. Let them know the boys sent you, especially if you're in Nashville. Let them know the boys sent you. Take a video, do all the fun stuff. We're going to find something to give away here soon. But let's get into the episode without further ado. George Kittle, Rob Tonyan, banger episode. Big hugs, tiny kisses. The boy hooked me up with some shades, and we got a shameless plug. We got a shameless plug what we got going on here.
It's no free shoutouts.
It's no free shoutouts. Now, Zenny? Now, is this a brand that you made, Zenny?
No, Zenny's its own company.
Zenny's its own company. Zoom in on that. We got the Kittles. Is this your line, I guess?
Yeah, those are my line.
So on the back side is your line.
Oh, yeah.
of shades.
You're wearing the Hayden's right now for Hayden Fry.
Okay.
Legend at Iowa.
For Hayden Fry's, I do recognize the last name. Are you an Iowa guy? No. The Hawkeyes. Yeah, I see you got me Hawkeyes. Stone Colds. So basically you go to zenny.com/Kittles. You gotta plug it, man.
Yeah.
Is there a
discount code?
Is there a code?
For the boys, maybe we could create one.
Just for the boys.
I don't.
George 90.
Get 3.
If I don't get 90% off, I'm out.
3% off with code for the boys.
This boy gets them for free, asking for a discount. It's crazy.
Oh, I appreciate this, bro. Thank you.
Of course.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
And you get those are the blue light blockers, right?
Yeah, these are the gaming glasses.
And those are called the Hawkeyes?
I don't know.
I think so, based on
whatever
the
the picture
thing.
says.
Eyewear for everyone. Nice little box. We can set it.
I love that.
No free shout outs though.
Bob, if you want headphones, you can. It's your call. I like them.
You can hear yourself better for sure with
Yeah.
them on, but you don't have to rock them if you don't want to.
George would want to hear himself.
I do. I don't talk that much.
Yeah,
We need to
Yeah.
get you going more.
What do you think you're just not going to talk to me?
I'm going to talk this whole time. What's up? I'm ready to roll.
This is interesting because we got the people's tight end. Is that self-proclaimed?
No, that's the Rock proclaimed. I would never do that myself.
That is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Based
thank
on,
you.
was that in his tweet when
Yeah.
he tweeted you and you're like, is this real life?
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, it's not something I would just make up myself. That'd be disrespectful.
Would you say that is your number one highlight so far? Like as far as like weird perks outside of it? You know what I mean? Like you get the Nike deals, you get all that stuff that you kind of know is coming, but something that you don't see coming that you're like, oh, this is a cool ass moment.
That, and then I signed a deal with Halo, which is like my dream come true.
You got a tattoo of Halo, don't you?
I do have a tattoo of Master Chief, but I also did a deal with them. And so like I'm sponsored by Halo. Like,
So you're sponsored by Halo.
unreal. Yeah. It's the coolest thing ever. I feel like a 13-year-old kid again.
Do you play Halo? Are you like a Twitch guy that plays Halo?
Oh,
You're
goodness,
like
no, I don't stream. No, I say too many inappropriate things.
I think that's the beautiful. I think that's the beauty in it.
Yeah.
Be a little
Not our
too.
group.
No, not our group.
So you're a Halo guy too.
No,
Well, no, we play
have a gaming team, the Vom Squad.
The Vom Squad.
And we stands for vomit because when we go crazy, we just want to puke and vomit everywhere. It's
disgusting.
When you do something insane, it's just disgusting and
Is this
sickening.
Are we talking in the games?
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
oh yeah, our group. Yeah, we got a
COD, Rocket League.
yeah.
We dabble in some Rocket League.
It's too much fun.
It is a lot of fun.
It's the shit talk.
How good are you guys in Rocket League?
Like as a team, we're insane.
Or individually.
Call of Duty, insane.
We'll do like 4v4.
Call of Duty, I'm not. I haven't gotten in the world of Call of Duty.
When we
Not
get like
since college.
six of the boys on Xbox party, then we go to game chat and play like 6v6 search versus like some high school kids who just got off a long day. They're like just failed their math tests and they got to deal with me and George. Are you kidding me? And they don't even know, but they got to deal with us.
Now, do you guys get to talk to these kids like when you're in the lobby before
game
or
chat.
after?
No, in the middle of rounds.
In between each round.
In between each round. You,
best of 6
So there's
or
11
5.
rounds. Yeah. So first one to win 6. So it can go 11 rounds of just shit talking and just letting these kids know who like their daddy is.
So you're just verbally abusing these kids in between rounds.
No, not like to like a bad extent, but like just letting them, I mean, in the gaming aspect, like you got to respect our game.
Just a little bit.
A little bit.
What happens when you guys are getting dummied?
We still disrespect them.
I usually just ask them to do a favor for me.
Yeah. Will
the
you do a
favor?
favor?
Will you do a favor for me?
What's the favor?
Shut the fuck up. You reel these kids in, they're like, oh, you're so good. Like when they're just beating me, I'm just like, you guys are so good. And they're like, wow, it's not that fun being, a nice guy. And at the end, you just ask them for a favor and just let them rip. It's pretty
Just shut the fuck up, dude. Hey, that's funny. I like that shit. So what's the deal? Do you got to have like a little ponytail up top to be a tight end these days?
Dude, that's our group.
It's just a squad, man.
When you gonna get TJ? He don't have it like that.
Yeah, it does.
He's
got a little,
flow.
but he don't got the.
He's-
He don't have it. He don't have it trimmed up to the top.
He's the lion, man. Got to use the whole
Yeah,
mane.
the main.
The whole
Who
mane.
else is in this tight end squad?
Anyone that wants to be?
So if you're a tight end around the league,
If you're a tight end, you're part of the family, baby.
so you can hit up George and be like, "Hey, man, I want to come out and work out at the
Oh,
bar."
100%. Any tight end wants to work out with me, I will attempt to fit them into the group, and whether we have multiple times, but it's a tight end nation, baby.
I love it, dude. That's why you're the people's tight end.
For the people.
Do you get jealous of the people's tight end?
No, that's my guy.
I love it.
I wouldn't be where I was at.
That's such a Nebraska question.
That is,
Dude, just trying to separate.
Just trying to fucking divide.
Yeah, it's such a Nebraska thing. Are you kidding me?
Well, you
Can I
never
have those
know.
glasses back? No.
Just fucking put him back in the
Yeah,
thing.
just put them back in and give them to Taylor. Michigan's better anyways. Jeez.
Go blue.
But you guys have your guys' little friendship started on what, you kind of recruiting him?
Yeah,
I read a story.
kind of.
You know, I jumped on there, read a little story. You shouted out your agent.
You did some research?
I did some research.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not a Nebraska thing.
I know. It's one of the first. Yeah. Because
That was funny.
I typed in, at first I have to apologize. I did not know you were undrafted. Which I was very disappointed in myself for not knowing that.
I Googled this morning to make sure you were undrafted too.
Oh, bro.
I'm just like-
hey, in practice squad.
Yeah, I was for the last, I was cut by Detroit. Then I was home for like 10, 12 weeks just going on like visits. And then I just stuck in Green Bay for like the last like 6 weeks of the season. And then I was like, I'm never doing that shit again, dude. Practicing the whole day and then watching the boys go out and play is just tough.
And it's the worst, bro.
And so I was like,
and they're like, hey, do you want to, hey, you got tickets to the game? And you're like, I don't want to go to the fucking game, dude.
right, no.
Like, I don't want to watch the boys have a
Same
great
way,
time when I'm not like actually on the team.
Yeah, and you bust your ass all week and just nothing.
Dude, George knows nothing about that.
Knows
life.
nothing. I wish Taylor was here to let him
I know.
also know that he
I know.
does not
I
know
did
that.
when I was coming back from injury. I was a practice squad tight end for 2 weeks.
That doesn't. Hey,
And I didn't get a dress or play, so I felt it to a mild extent.
yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
don't
still
ever say
George.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
You're still George
That
out
was
there
tough to hear.
playing. That, yeah.
With a Halo deal.
Like, you're not. Like, I get the picture you walking out on the practice field. Yeah, you're bummed you don't get to play, but if you're being a practice squad guy,
Yeah.
you're probably having a lot of fun with it. Not that we didn't have fun being a practice squad guy, but you're not walking out of the doors like
No chance.
seeing guys like George and those guys have fun and kind of wondering, can I banter as much as them right now? I shouldn't, because it might look bad to the coaches that I kind of dick around too much. And when you run, probably in your thing, you run a bad route or you have a bad coverage, like Jordan Reed routes you fucking up in practice squad and you're wearing 46 and you're thinking, am I about to get fucking cut tomorrow? You know what I mean? LaFleur back there, Hammercock LaFleur, he was the QB coach back then for the Washington football team. And I'm out there wearing 46. Jay Reed, he was my same year. Jay Reed,
Monster.
dude's got routes. And when you're isolated on a Friday practice, and the card is built against you, like, hey, Will, play outside leverage, and you're like, God, what's about to happen? And you get diced up. You're wondering if you're going to have a job the next week.
Right.
Play outside, it's an inside route. Fight on the outside, Will.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
But
Yeah, I was.
that's a stress we had to live under.
I wore 47 and 49. I can't, dude, from the bottom.
40s numbers.
I promise you, I came from the bottom.
Bro, like I walked in the locker room, I was 46 and Alfred Morris was a Pro Bowler. Coming over Pro Bowl year at 46, I'm like, I'm not going to last long, man.
I love that.
But
I've had so many number changes. Yeah, I was 47 for rookie minicamp at the Lions. Then I went to 49. Then I went to 80 in Green Bay, 85, 49, 85.
damn. And now look at you. No wonder you have all the fun that you do out there.
Yeah, dude, it's so fun.
Because when I watch film on you, like, I think you're like an asshole. I'm like this fucking guy. Like, you know, the first downs on the dude's face. You like remind me of Taylor. Like, he's one of those dudes you'll watch on film. You love when he's your teammate, but you fucking hate watching him just have the most fun out there.
That's not the first time I've heard that statement, for sure. And mostly by George, too.
Yeah, just
He's like, if you weren't my friend, dude, you would make my skin crawl.
You think the same thing, right?
Oh, mildly, yeah. I mean, I do some similar things, so I can't hate too much, but I like watching people have fun.
Yeah,
I
no
live
doubt.
for that shit.
And I heard you were doing some one-on-one interview, and it was I don't want to butcher his last name. The Lazard.
Oh, Alan. Yeah, it was.
Is it Lazard? Yeah. And you
Lizard
talk about, you just walk up to him and you guys just kind of say to each other like, yo, can you believe this shit is happening? Like playing on the field, right?
Yeah, I mean, like driving up to Lambeau Field every day for like work is like, what? Because like it's not like just a facility. Like, you know, you go in like in Detroit, like the facility was away from the stadium, so every day the gates open with the big G and like pull into Lambeau every day. You know, snow in the background, like I'll never take that shit for granted, like ever again. And just like it just brings like a whole like it's just so grateful for like every day. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm up there, like
Yeah.
it's just you just really do like just appreciate it like a lot.
You don't have to separate like the whole Detroit. It's close to the facility. Like Detroit and Green Bay, like it's just different walking into those traditions.
Well, that's the only thing I can compare to.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see what you mean. Trying to give Detroit a little bit of respect. It's like, they're not close to saying like, no, it's not Green Bay.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
do you ride the bicycle?
Oh yeah, I had to. Yeah, my first 2 years there. We just didn't have camp last year.
What's the whole bicycle thing?
Yeah, so I guess like kids just started coming up and like with their bikes and like we have to walk over to practice or drive over to practice. It's like just across like the highway. So they just started shutting it off and like kids would just bring their bikes and all the players would. There's like 15 guys who don't like, like the veteran like list. They don't, but like it's funny. All the kids are out there. They're hilarious. They're like, hey, is Devontae or Aaron in there? I want them to ride my bike. I'm like, you'll be waiting about 7 hours.
Rob,
keep waiting.
Yeah. Rob walks up. Like, hey, mister, is Aaron or
it's tough because
Devontae back there? And you're like, hey, kid, will you do me a favor?
I just like, I go there.
Hey, good job, dude.
You kind of want a bike that fits because there's some small bikes. Like there's some bikes where I just grab and like put over my shoulder and just walk with the kid because like you can't
get on.
Yeah, you can't like pedal. So like the last thing you want to do like on your way to practice is like drag your feet, or on the way back from a camp practice is like be on a small bike. So you go up to like the the bigger bikes, and those are like the 13, 14-year-old kids, and you're like, hey man, can I ride your bike? And he's like, nope. I'm like, awesome. Sick. That hurts.
Sick.
Dude, yeah. Catch you next week, dude.
Yeah.
But that's just, they're just Packers fans in general, man. They're out there at 5 a.m., rain, snow, just asking for autographs every day.
I hope like a fan that listens to this
Oh, I love them.
pulls the favor joke on you next year, like during the bike thing.
Oh, they might catch me off guard, too.
I know, that's what I'm saying. They might listen to this.
Especially in football mode.
Like they're
they'll
holding
catch
up
you off
jersey.
guard.
Hey, Rob, will you do me a favor? Yeah,
Rob,
man,
you
you
my
come over
son?
to grab the jersey, snatch it back. Shut the fuck up.
You do my son a favor? Little kid tells you to shut up.
Hey, the little kid comes out of nowhere.
Dude. Oh, my goodness.
I'm going to get hit with that now because I'm on this podcast. Thanks. We're all going to get hit with that.
Yeah, that is true. I'm like super like, I can kind of get pranked pretty easy just because I'm just like not like the awareness factor isn't usually
Like
there.
gullible's written on the ceiling.
Yeah.
You're going to look.
Yeah. I suddenly looked up.
What? What?
So another thing too, having you guys both on, George, this is your second. George just came on twice in person last year and on Zoom in the season with Taylor.
Yeah.
That was a tough one because the whole Zoom thing was going on. TJ Hawkinson, you co-hosted with TJ. Now you're co-hosting with your boy Rob.
Big Bob Tonyan.
I was texting with Big Cat last week, and we were talking about this Christmas album idea that we're trying to come up with. And I was like, do you have any guys close that you think would be good for this thing? He's like, yeah, George Kittle, but you stole him from me.
Hey.
How does that feel? Would you say Bussin? Where's the whole Bussin and PMT? And you can be honest. Like I see you got the flag in the barn.
I don't have a Bussin flag.
I know I haven't given
They
you
sent
that.
me that one.
Yeah.
So, I mean, send me some gear.
No, I will. I definitely plan on it. I saw that. I'm like, I need to hook the boy up. But we're kind of battling, I feel like, for the tight end podcast now. Because Pardon My Take takes a lot of pride in having all their tight ends on, like Greg Olson and stuff like that. And I now think we are competing with them as taking over as the new tight end style podcast.
I'm with it.
Well, I mean, you have a tight end that co-hosts twice now.
Yeah.
I did co-host Pardon My Take once. I made a bold, hot take about PFT's plane crashing. That was tough. But that was tough.
Yeah, I hope he goes down.
No, yeah. I was like, well, if he does, I'm here.
Yeah.
Let's see if, again, God forbid, PFT passes, we need a new co-host, and you are now officially in an audition for the co-host. So give us your hottest take, and also, are you the number one tight end in the NFL now?
Hottest take, PFT's plane goes down.
Ooh, that will be bad if it does.
But I mean, I've been co-host here twice now. You got Hawkinson, you got Tonyan. I mean, we got a squad here.
We do have a squad.
And it's Nashville, Tennessee is like the new tight end U is what I've heard.
I mean, it seems
heard
like
that
guys are
one.
flocking here. Rob lives with you. We'll get to that here in a second. But it's kind of like we've had you all on. Our first guest was Delaney Walker, and that was back when Delaney was playing. We had on Travis Kelce. Like, how do you kind of beat or expand upon what kind of tight end roster we have built?
That is a good crew.
We
You know
just
what I
keep
mean?
being us, man. We just keep being us, and
We need to figure who would be next. Who do you think
you
would
get Waller
be
on here yet?
Oh yeah, my
you had
bad.
Darren
Yeah,
Waller.
yeah.
That's why
Big shout out to
I
Darren
thought you
Waller.
had Darren Waller
Yeah,
too.
yeah. Darren D-Wall too. Like, we've had a squad. Now we like every year around December we promote too for the boys, like the whole Pro Bowl,
yeah,
like
you
Team Bussin. We're trying to do the retweet, like the little hashtag thing. Now it's kind of like there's only a couple that can go. How do we figure that out?
You vote for everybody, dog.
Competition.
Just
You
vote for
have
everyone?
more than one phone and you vote on different phones.
That's true. Or you you
exactly.
do the whole Team Bussin thing. And you just see kind of which tight end kind of uses that content to help. Hey,
Just say support the boys. Go vote for everybody.
yeah.
I think it's fair.
Now, is there any animosity
Between us?
with the Pro Bowl last year?
Yes.
Oh, he speaks on that. I don't speak on it.
I'm still mad about it.
I know. I see where you're going with this. Go ahead.
I mean, all right, Bob. When Pro Bowl voting ended, you had 10 or 11 touchdowns, and I think it was like 600 yards. And
That means you
it
have-
was 550. I missed 8 weeks. I didn't.
Hey,
No.
it's easy. I'm not trying to.
I wasn't
I'm
even
just
I
asking
wasn't
them
even up for voting. I'm just talking. I mean, I didn't deserve to go to the Pro Bowl last year. I didn't play. I missed 8 games. Like, it is what it is. But I finished with like 700 yards. Just letting you know.
Just subtle hate, subtle.
No,
Subtle
but
hate.
at the time, Bob had like 550 and 10 or 11 touchdowns, and nothing against anyone else that went because TJ Hawkinson's my boy. I love Evan Ingram. They're both great football players. But when you lead the NFL or the tight end position in touchdowns, and you're like second place, third place in yards, what are you doing not being in the Pro Bowl? I don't understand that. Like the logic, and I don't know how the voting works or anything like that, but I don't know. I think leading the tight ends in touchdowns correlates to something.
It does seem like a mystery sometimes, like how guys actually get in. You know what I mean? Like some people don't think actual fan voting works. I think voting plays a factor because there's sometimes where guys are in there that it's like, how are they still in there? When not that they're not good football players, but either past their prime because they've been in it so long. But
100%. Well, I found it was like the fan voting's like it's like a third or like a quarter of the voting because I know guys that won the fan voting and they weren't even an alternate.
right.
It plays a minor role, but I don't know whether I don't know if it's media or it's coaches or what.
Yeah,
Or like does the players voting even count?
I know because then
So I can't even vote for tight ends.
Right.
That's BS. Let me vote for tight ends at NFL,
Yeah.
please.
At Ian Rappaport, if he can even do anything for us, Adam Schefter,
Yeah.
somebody help
hey,
us
Shefty,
Someone
come
with
on,
a big name.
help me out.
Followers.
Would you say you're a snub?
Yes, I do.
Hey,
I mean, I was like in a whole different mindset this year. Like I didn't even like that thing, like that like period of time like came and went for me. And I like was lucky I had like people like George like hyping up the situation. I even had Shannon Sharp like hyping up the situation. I was like,
Aaron was A-Rod.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it was better for honestly me to not get it than to get it because like
Now you got all this kind of rallying support.
yeah, well, not only that, but like the best thing like how I view it is the best thing you can do for me is doubt me. That's how I think of everything.
Hey, does that give you goosebumps?
It does.
Dude, that's
But that's just how I've always operated and always like thought in my head like best thing you can do for me is tell me like no.
Yeah, he's
I
only
fucking love
been
that.
saying that for 3 years.
yeah,
worked pretty
no
well.
doubt. No doubt. I mean,
I love that.
you go from just like you play what is it? Illinois State, Indiana State?
Indiana State.
Indiana State. You were a quarterback out of high school. We had the stuff pulled up. Quarterback out of high school. You go to Indiana State. You enrolled at Indiana State. Does that mean
this
you weren't a
my
scholarship guy?
No, I was a scholarship. guy.
Okay.
I was
Okay,
the
okay,
quarterback.
okay.
I was
It
the
says
quarterback
enrolled.
coming. I was
My
like the
fault.
guy coming in. Like
God damn it, Alex.
That's on me. That's on me.
Thought
Boo,
I was
Alex.
gonna be.
I mean, 5,000 career passing yards. You can't sleep on it. Set
High
school
s-
record.
dude,
That was in high school.
High school was so sick. Dude, I was the man in high school. Let's watch film on it.
Yeah, yeah. Like literally all like
Like that
when,
movie.
I brought it.
say it again. Say it again.
He said, "I was the man in high school. Want to watch film on it?"
Is that with Vince Vaughn?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Fucking the couples retreat.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go.
fly.
I was
Fullback.
I was in
They're on the tape.
I was thinking Simi Valley.
Okay. A little off.
Yeah, I know. It is what it is.
But it's always funny, like NFL guys start getting in like little arguments, like, yo, I was nice in high school. It's like, yeah, no shit, everybody. Like all of us standing here
everyone
was
so.
I don't get how that high school start that talk with. Hey, my high school would have beat you guys up. What do you like? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, like
that
who
was-
knows?
care
Yeah,
at
that was
this point.
8-9 years ago. Like, are you
My
okay?
high school, you would have definitely just pounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have throttled my high school. Dude.
Yeah.
We were super okay. We had fun out there every Friday.
Yeah. But you go to Indiana State. You're undrafted. You're practice squad. You get cut from Detroit. You go how many weeks? Let's just say 10 weeks on the couch, hoping to get another call. Get back in the practice squad revolving door. The next year, you catch your first touchdown pass from Aaron Rodgers. That's pretty big. 4 catches, 77 yards. Still not like you're not cemented on the Packers roster. You still got to make it again in 2019.
Yeah.
Again, 10 catches, 100 yards, 1 touchdown. You still got to make the team in 2020. Did you have an injury or anything in 2019, or were you just kind of
2019, yeah, I had core surgery. So like Dallas, I caught a ball up the sideline, toe tap, and like hit my hip.
Sick catch.
My groin just popped and bursted. And like I tried to come back, like they said it like wasn't obviously a big deal. You know how that rolls. And so I came back and tried to play. And,
Hey, no question.
and then like after the season, I went and got a second opinion. And out in Philly, the guy who does all the core reconstructive, he did Clowney's, he did Bosa's, he did Sidney Crosby. He does all the guys. And they're like, yeah, your pubic bone isn't attached to your core muscles and your adductors aren't attached to your pubic bones. And I said, well, I'm going under tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I need to fix my whole body.
Everything.
Yeah. So, and after that, I was good.
So you ended up going out there and getting that second opinion after
After the 2019 season.
Got
Yep.
you. And like at the 2019, they're like, hey, you can probably come back. It's probably just a strain.
Yeah. Like I kept like, I
you
sat out 5 weeks.
And then you played the rest
and
of the
then
season.
I played the rest of the season in playoffs.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you were out there on the torn, everything in the middle.
The weakest human being. Don't watch that film. The weakest human being you've ever seen just trying to get it.
This episode of Bussin' with the Boys is brought to you by Blockfolio. Blockfolio is the world's most popular mobile app for cryptocurrency tracking and trading. I just downloaded this app a couple weeks ago. The boy is now in on Doge. I'm in on Ethereum. I'm in on Bitcoin now. We'll rattle off a few of these. Marty, are you in
I'm in both what you just said.
You're in Blockfolio though.
In Blockfolio, and I didn't. You see what they're giving away?
What are they giving away?
Blockfolio signing bonus, 100K crypto pool that will be randomly dispersed. This is an unbelievable.
So between Thursday, April 29th and Sunday, May 2nd, any stoolie who signs up for a Blockfolio account will be eligible for a portion of the Blockfolio signing bonus. That is a $100,000 giveaway. Crypto pool. Wait. Hang on. It might not be a giveaway like that, boys. A $100,000 crypto pool that will be randomly dispersed. Okay, it's not a cash giveaway. We're talking about crypto pool that will be randomly dispersed. But you can build your portfolio and follow the prices of more than 10,000 coins. You get phone notification updates directly from the projects that you care about most. You buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and other top tokens with absolutely zero fees. There is no trading cost, none of that shit. And you get a free coin with every trade over $10. Visit the App Store and download Blockfolio for free today. Blockfolio, investing for the crypto generation.
Best part about it too, easy to use. I'm dumb, like I don't understand it, and Blockfolio just helps me out.
It is
Easy
pretty
as-
seamless. Like you
very
got
easy.
your little watch list. Even shows you the US dollar that you
Yeah,
got in
I
there.
need that too.
But it's easy to use. Go download it today. You guys are gonna love it. Back to the episode. And so again, you're not cemented going into 2020.
I mean, no.
You re-signed with the Packers as an exclusive rights free agent. And for those of you who don't know, Alex was asking me before the pod, what's exclusive rights free agent mean? When you see guys sign, we signed back Rob Tonyan. It's not Tonyan. I learned that too. When you Rob Tonyan signs his exclusive rights deal and everyone is celebrating, congratulating,
Right.
that is a shit deal for the free agent.
Yeah.
It just and it's because you're on practice squad a year and you don't get that credited season to go
Right.
towards free agency. So when you go 3 years, right? If you play out your rookie deal, 3 years as an undrafted guy, you get a 3-year deal. If you were to play that out, then you get to go into restricted free agency. But since you're on practice squad for 1 year, you don't get a credited season toward free agency. You gotta play 4 credited seasons to get to free agency. 3 credited seasons to get the restricted free agency. And if you only have 2, which was the case for myself and you have to sign what is called an exclusive rights free agent. And basically all that is the team gets to offer you the lowest amount that they get to offer you. And you basically have to accept it. There's no negotiating. There's no going to the market with other teams. There's no teams bidding against you. There's no putting a tender. There's no none of that. You have to sign the lowest amount that the team gives you. And you probably sign like a 1 year. I would guess mine was like $650 at the time. Yours might be what, $850 now?
Yeah, it was like yeah,
and then you have a Pro Bowl year on an exclusive rights deal. I can do all this for you. I know you're the man. You don't worry about that shit. You let guys like us do it for you. But that's basically what you get signed on to do. And you have to pretty much sign it. So whenever you see so-and-so signed an exclusive rights deal, it's shitty for that guy. I had to watch Ferkser do it last year.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, comp, what's the exclusive? I'm like, oh, they pretty much have you for another year. That's all that means. Yeah. And then you're going to be a restricted free agent next year. But, you have another big Pro Bowl year. They might have to come correct. A first round tender, a second round tender. Oh, wait. My fault.
He is a second round tender.
I just hit this.
Yeah,
you just signed that this year. My fault. So that's big news.
That's pretty cool.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
I just want to play football. It's all good.
Yeah. When I was going into mine, you're kind of hoping because it's either first round, second round, or low round tender.
Yeah, we're
I know they could low round you, but you're obviously somebody you want to put a bigger tender on. And help me out with the second round. So basically, if you're a second round tender, a team would have to offer a second round pick and a contract.
And a full contract, yeah.
To try and get you. And then the Packers can match it.
Correct.
Now, if another team were to say the Titans were like, hey, we're offering a second round pick and we'll offer them a 5-year, $100 million deal. Is that something that you can just say no to the Titans, or say it's like, we'll offer him a 2-year, $10 million deal. And it's nothing that you don't want at all. Can you just say no to that and you still sign a tender for the Packers?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't even know.
That's why you guys have your agent.
Yeah, I think it's the Packers' call. I don't know if he has any decision in that.
I mean, because if they're going to, the Packers are going to want the second round pick out of that, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if the Packers are like, no, we'll match it at 2-year, $10 million deal. You know what I'm saying?
Then he would sign a 2-year, $10 million deal.
Yeah, because they have
rights.
Like a restricted, then I would have to go back if they match.
Right, but are you allowed to just say, no, I don't want to sign a 2-year deal that's $10 million because I'm obviously going to re-up the next year? Do you know what I mean? Like if the Titans are like, hey, we got a 2-year, $10 million deal, your agent relays it to you and you're like, oh, I don't even want that deal.
But the Packers accepted it.
And then the Packers like, hey, we want to match that. And then it's like, do you have to sign that?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Can an agent call in?
We can call an agent. Do you want to call him?
We can call our agent.
You want to call Jack?
Let's just see. You want to see the answers? We don't have to put it in. I mean, I am curious to know.
Yeah. All right, let me call call your agent real quick.
We had
make sure you tell me he's on Bussin.
Yeah. Like, hey, listen, you're on speakerphone, you're on Bussin, so be careful of everything you say.
Who the fuck is offering this deal?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny.
Like
2 to 10. What do you think?
I can't wait to hear Jack.
I just love his voice.
Rob, right on.
Yeah, put it right on the mic and tell him he's on speaker.
Hey, Rob, you got me?
Jack, can you hear me?
Yeah, hold on one sec.
Can you do me a favor?
Hey, that shit is funny.
Oh, dude, he kills kids with it.
Dog, that shit is funny as fuck.
He just hypes him up, dude. You guys are killing me. You have 10 kills?
What are you up to?
I'm on Bussin' with the boys right now. You are on speakerphone. G's here.
What's up, Jack?
All the guys are here.
Whoa.
We just had a contract agent question. We're like, who other to call than
Jack.
our agent, Jack? So,
Do you want me to ask it?
yeah, ask the question. Rob.
All right, so since Rob just signed a second round tender, right? If a team like, say, the Titans came in and was like, hey, we'll offer a second round draft pick or a second rounder, and we want to offer him a 2-year, $10 million deal, something way below what you would want to sign. Is that something where the Packers were like, all right, we'll match that, and then Rob then has to sign that deal? Or how does that work?
Like, could I say no to the Titans?
Yes, you have the right. They're called offer sheets. So any of the other 31 teams present you with an offer sheet, whatever the contract is, $5 million a year, $10 million a year, or whatever. You have the right to say yes or no.
Got you. So he gets the chance to accept it before it even goes to a spot to where the Packers can match it or something like that?
Yeah, it's not like a trade. It's not like,
Okay.
here's a second round pick. That's the compensation. So if the Titans, for example, were to get Rob, they have to surrender their second round pick. And that's why this is all done before the draft. And that's this year's second round pick.
Gotcha. Jack, thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack.
You're on Bussin' with the Boys. We
Yeah.
appreciate you.
You're officially a boy now.
You're officially a boy.
Thank God, man.
See you, Jack.
All right, see you, Jack.
Hey, I'm glad we got to do that.
We learned something today.
We got to inform ourselves and the people.
I'm just glad I don't know that stuff because I would think about it way too much.
Yeah.
Now you do. Now you do
right
know
back
it.
to just. I'm going to be honest. I don't think I really what's that word? Recollected or
Yeah. I already forgot what he said.
Exactly. Next question.
Yeah. George, what do you got, man? Like I feel like we have to get some more, instead of you just hosting quantity,
Yeah,
we
what
got
do
to
you
get
need?
you some quality.
Oh, yeah,
in
what
the
do you want
hosting.
from
Like,
me?
I'm just saying, do we have any?
Oh, you want some Bob Tonyan questions?
Usually sometimes I'll sit back and try to read Taylor's body language and think like, all right, he's got something coming. Like,
Okay.
let me just.
Well, I mean, you were getting earlier. You're asking. We're going to get into how me and Bob met, and we kind of skipped past it. So if you want to rewind it just a little bit and backtrack, Bob, where did we meet?
Exos in Frisco.
That was really fun. That was a really good time. Not gonna lie, it was me, him, and Trent Taylor. Just
Pre-draft, yeah.
that was we're acting a fool for like 6 weeks. That was a great time. But then so we go a whole entire year, and then basically going. So this was after my 2018 season. I go to the Pro Bowl, and I got a new Airbnb in Nashville. It was my second year there, and I was like, I like having a roommate because Airbnbs are very expensive.
Especially in Nashville.
Especially in Nashville. They're pricey.
God, yes, they are.
They're very expensive. And so I sat down for a little bit and I was like, all right, who's a guy that I would actually want to live with? And Rob was like the first guy. And like, we kind of talked like that year, like we talked a little bit on and off. Like,
Just kind of buddy, like somebody.
yeah, like, hey, yeah, I was just like, hey, yeah, man, how you doing? Like,
I was
how's
home
this?
and he was playing.
Yeah.
In his black cleats and black gloves.
Yeah.
That was 2017, but yeah, don't hate, man. Don't pull up that tape. Don't do that. But I shot Rob a text and I was like, hey, man, you want to like come on down to Nashville and train with me and live with me and my fiance or I think it was Claire's just my girlfriend at the time.
Yeah, I think you just proposed to her.
Yeah, I just proposed to her, but I was like, hey, like, you want to be my roommate? And he was like, sick. I'll be there on Monday. I was like, sick.
I was home training, so I was like, anything's better than at home.
But it was that.
That's how simple it was.
It was that quick. Like, yeah, I'll be there on Monday.
I was like legit looking for places to work out, like where, like California, Florida, like where am I gonna go? Like I need to do something. And George's stupid ass just hit me up and like, hey, you want to live with me and train? I'm like, sure.
And his dumbass came down.
You're not stupid. You're smart.
No, so we've figured out that the more you put me and Bob in the same room is the stupider we get. Like our brains become one. We go from two brains to one singular brain.
And it doesn't get bigger.
No,
it just stays the same.
It's happening. It's literally happening.
Yeah, it is right now. And you're in the middle of it.
the brains, they just combine.
And go, yeah.
They just
Two
condense.
big brains, one small brain.
and then you put Hawkinson in there with us and it gets smaller. It's
That
super
tightens
tough.
up quick.
So just like that, and then did you fly down here? Did you get in a car and drive right away?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just a grinder, dude.
he is. But I mean, that was an easy drive.
Like I'm from the suburbs of Chicago, so it's like 8-hour trip.
But either way, like that's still a gritty ass story.
It was pretty fun.
That's what we just pride ourselves in, is just
Yeah.
pure grit.
And now you got a barn. You're set up in Nashville. So what year was this that you came to Nashville?
2018.
This is
It was
my
before-
third year down here.
Yeah, so it was before the 2019 season,
Got you.
right?
18 season. I don't know.
This last year was kind
That's
of a
what I'm
wash.
talking about.
No,
See,
were
you
you?
see
No,
what
no.
I'm saying right
yeah,
now?
Yeah. I don't know. No, it was after our second year in the league.
Were you
So-
guys training together last year during COVID?
Yes.
Okay, with mass and distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the year before that was his second year. Was that? So the year before that. So yeah, it was going into the 2019 season was his first year with me.
Got you. And then it's just been planned out every year that you're going to come. Do you have a place here now?
Dude, I just got put in an offer.
Thanks for putting in a
this
bad
morning, dude, or yesterday, and we found out today that I didn't get it.
I know
A
it was
mile and a half up the road from
a
this
mile away from me.
literally around the bend.
Super tough.
Around the bend of this farm.
6 acres, beautiful, great house. Had a studio in it for the boys.
Fuck, that is tough, dude.
But we're
Super
throwing in
tough.
a backup offer. We're not. Hey, tell me no.
Dude,
Will.
we threw in it.
Yeah.
Tell me no. We'll see what happens.
You're not going to get that house.
I know. It's fine. Want to know why?
I thought you wanted me to set you up. Like, tell me no, Will. Tell me no.
He said
hey, you're not going to get that house.
Yeah, he said you have to be a dick.
No, but for real, because I went over $100,000 over the asking price and got third.
That's Nashville right now, bro.
That's super.
My girl and I, we put an offer in on a house and didn't get it. And, I chalk it up as an L for myself because you can look back and think, okay, we were dragging our feet, but we were just going through the process because it's a big purchase, right?
Yeah.
And she was taking it pretty hard, and it's tough losing out on the old house.
That's what people were like. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm like,
good man.
Yeah,
like patience. We're gonna find the spot.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just have a positive energy. It's gonna come around.
Yeah,
like it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's move on to the next one.
Are you looking out toward him?
Yeah, like that was like the whole point. Like it was like a mile and a half of the road. Like let's ride, let's try it. Like throw in a real good offer. No.
So next question.
See. No.
Next question. Are you guys is Nashville long term?
I just bought 75 acres.
I know.
What do you mean?
Okay,
I know he is, but like I'll probably be
I'm building
here.
a training facility.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna move. Who you want to
use
do?
the training facility, the barn?
Oh, I'm doubling the size of it. And then I'm also going to build an indoor. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm going full throttle, baby.
You're going nuts out there.
Damn straight I am.
Trying to move up the road.
Yeah, so he's
I
going to
probably
get
won't
there.
be like long term, like raise like a.
That's what I'm saying. Are we growing old together?
Time, and I will definitely keep a house in Nashville. Like at the same time, we're definitely going to be friends forever. So if this dude's going to be on that farm forever, I'll just get a spot right up the
Just
right up the
annually
street.
come on the bus forever. There's kids eventually. Like we're raising our children together.
Have kids on the bus?
Bussin' with the babies.
Yeah, busing with the babies.
It's the magic school bus, man.
Create some dad club.
I'm
like dad
trademarking
club
that, by the way.
knockoffs.
Thank you.
Nice.
Just do some knockoff stuff like dads busing with the dads.
Yeah, speaking
Bussin'
of
with the
dads,
babies.
what's the shirt you're wearing, Rob?
Oh, this is my family business. Well, this is actually my great grandpa, William. So these are the I will get you. I'll get you.
No, I don't take. Yeah,
No, for real.
I
It's
will
just the
wear
blue-
it.
I only give it to people who have blue collar mentality. Dude, want to know I want to tell this story because it's the best. Matt LaFleur asked me for one, so
Hammercock LaFleur.
sure.
HCL.
I know the story, dude. Because David and Taylor, like, dude, they just crack me up. Like, they're like the first like tackles that I've like met that have, or first offensive linemen in general that had egos.
Like some
know,
personality.
Because like I'm a chubby chaser. Like all my best friends in high school were offensive linemen. College
roommate.
Hey, I was like, what is he talking about? Hey, I fucking love
guys,
that.
Dude.
Yeah, roommates.
Roommates in college, linemen. I mean, all my boys in Green Bay, like a lot of them are the linemen. And my brother-in-law is an offensive lineman and now offensive line coach. And I just love them. They're so nice. They just want to have a good time. No ego. Go with the flow. Happy all the time. And then I meet David and Taylor, and they're just beyond whatever I thought an offensive lineman was.
Yeah.
But in a great way. Like,
Right.
Okay, so what does Taylor's hand tattoo say?
I don't know. He's
Where's
got
his
who's he got on the
Where's
right?
his
Johnny
nose?
Cash. He's got a
What's his
face.
fingers say, though? Doesn't he have stuff on his fingers?
I don't know.
I
You're
sit
putting me on the
next to him
spot.
every
I
day.
know, dude. You're putting me on the spot.
Yeah, call him.
Dude, like, and like Trent Williams, I bet like that dude's just like a mammoth. Like, and just swag.
Yeah.
Dude, he is a monster.
Dude, Trent Williams has gorilla fur on his cleats. It's like the coolest thing I've ever seen. He's a
Right.
silverback gorilla.
What offensive lineman is doing that?
None.
No.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying, dude.
pretty
I feel
amazing.
different.
What's David like? Like, what's David like?
Dude, David, like, I love David. Like, I legit, truly, like, he is so funny. He's the funniest person on the Green Bay Packers.
Bakhtiari.
Yes.
That's the hot take right now. Is Bakhtiari is the funniest guy on the Packers.
To me, 100%.
Okay.
Like, and it's not even like, those are sick.
Yeah, those are his cleats. Gorilla
But like,
fur.
it's just like his timing. And because it's David, he doesn't care when or what. However, whatever situation, he's going to just deliver that joke. Perfect. And
I
just
love
like
that.
the ruthless mentality is just amazing. Yeah.
Is this Aaron? Does he have some personality? Is he funny? Is he witty?
Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron is very like sarcastic. Like his jokes are very obvious and then you like overthink them, but like they're just like his jokes are statements. He's not trying to be funny. He's just like legit he's funny. Like we'll play Quiplash and shit. Like you know what those games are?
Jackbox
my
TV?
God,
You never done the
Jackbox
phone
TV.
games?
It's just like it's basically Cards
Get
Against
out a little,
Humanity, but like you just
Sorry,
pick
we'll have to have a
whatever-
game night.
Yes. And you pick what you say. But he's like the guy who types it out and his thing pops up there and you don't know who says it and he just immediately starts laughing at his own joke. So you know who said it. Dude, he is an amazing human being, dude. He is a little brother who's in a big brother situation. Like he wants to be the little brother so bad. He just wants to be like made fun of and stuff like that. So that's why he makes fun of people, is to like get made fun of back. But like people are like, I'm not gonna make fun of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I wasn't like that for the first 2 years. But now like let's ride.
Yeah. Now you'll dish it to him.
Yeah, he earned.
You'll ask him for a favor.
He earned one of these and asked for another one.
Ooh.
Oh, back to Matt.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. So the offensive line, I got all the offensive linemen. So they were wearing it at like a Saturday walkthrough before a Sunday game. Nighttime, everyone. And he comes up to me, he goes, that's pretty cool that all those guys got those hoodies. And he's like, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
I just stare at him. I just make him uncomfortable. And he's like, how come me and J.O., my tight end coach, how come we don't got one? I go, J.O.'s got two. I just kept looking forward and looking at the thing. He goes, oh, well, how come I don't got one? I go, you got to earn it. Staring dead in the face and said, you have to earn it. And he just stared at me and goes, huh? I just just kind of look away, and he just walked away. I just love my interactions with Coach.
And that's the end of the story.
Yes.
So he didn't come back, or you didn't give him a scenario to earn it?
No.
That was just it. You just walked off?
I do have one for him, and I hope he doesn't watch it because I want to surprise him with it, and it's a medium. It's like I only ordered double XLs or XL talls, and I got an order medium for my NFL football coach.
Yeah, the head coach.
He's the man, though, dude. He's
Medium,
so
dude. He's
funny.
so cool, bro.
He's so chill. And
I
so
do think he's
calm.
going to watch this, because when we'll FaceTime, I'll just be smiling, because I got my teeth, like he was in Washington with me. So I had a bunch of chipped teeth. I had busted teeth back in the day. And Jay Reed would always make fun of me.
Busted with the boys.
Yeah. Jay Reed would always make fun of me. Hey, Comp, when you going to fix the grill?
That sounds just like him. That's awesome. Right? Hey, that was really good.
And I would just, talk about how it gave me character and shit like that and joke around. And then so I come to the Titans, and I'm finally like, I'm going to pull the trigger. Like, I'm going to buy myself a set of new teeth.
Yeah.
I buy my teeth. But LaFleur, he would just always call me Smiley or Smiles, because he knew me like before my teeth. And like, I can't believe you did that. I can't believe you went to the other side of it. So when he'll FaceTime, and I'll just have my teeth in close to him.
Oh my gosh.
But he's a riot, dude. He's a good time. I like LaFleur a lot.
He is. Yeah. And just like him, I get to see him come in first year head coach and like him grow every year, just like any player. And it's like awesome that he truly puts in the work to get better, like at the things that, like at the end of the year, like not only is he telling me what I need to get better at, he's asking me what he needs to get better at.
Right.
And I'm telling him these things, and he's taking it well and then trying. Like that's huge.
Right.
That's a man.
Right, that's a leader.
I'll go to bat with that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because he does. He listens to his players a lot, like, and he just kind of regurgitates, or he will talk about just giving people the credit. Like if he's using something, he'll just use other players as the example. Like,
right.
And his ego is always set aside.
Yeah.
We played Washington when we were on the Titans, and I got to go in and sit in the offensive meetings with him, because he just wanted to know, like, hey, do you think this will work? Do you think that'll work? Like he's just not afraid to do that. Like set everything aside and ask players like what he thinks.
Yep.
But he's a stud, man. So you knew about HCL?
Yeah, because first day, that's what brought up. The first day, like David just started calling him. He's like, yeah, Taylor told me to call him that.
Yeah,
and immediately first day, David, you can't do that anymore. And what does David do? Keep doing it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It seems like I was scrolling the other day, and I see that you have inspired Aaron to grow his hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
during
see
the
that video?
season, I had some nasty, like I had like the mullet on the back on top of this. So it was like a mohawk dragon tail type thing.
Yeah.
But then after the season, like I was like gonna go to St. Lucia, like some sun. I'm like, bro, I can't be walking around with a mullet on the back of my head. Like, so I just cut this off. But he goes bun.
You get that Kittle.
He goes bun. I go tail.
Yeah, teach our own, man.
Yeah, but it's kind of the same concept.
Oh yeah, I mean it is.
Yeah.
You guys are boys. You guys are like best friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't place that label on there, because I don't know if your best friends are actually listening. So
I will. Yeah. I mean, we live together.
For sure.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Remember?
Brains. We'll try it one more time for you, Will. It seems like you're getting into the thing now. Now there's 3 brains.
3 brains. 1 brain.
Number 1.
Just go small.
Yeah. And they're all meet in the middle.
This episode of Bussin' with the Boys is also brought to you by One Championship. The world's biggest martial arts organization is on TNT to end April with a bang. This Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific, don't miss the action-packed One on TNT 4 immediately after AEW Dynamite. The best fights are on Wednesday nights, boys. And here we go. The main event, you have one of the biggest rivalries in One history, comes to a head as One light heavyweight world champion and Myanmar sporting icon Aung Lang An Sang defends his belt against former One middleweight world champion Vitaly Big Dash. And co-main event, the Underground King Eddie the Rat Alvarez. Don't even know if that's his nickname, but we're going to say Eddie the Rat Alvarez makes a quick turnaround after his controversial disqualification loss at One on TNT. One on TNT 1. He takes a shot at redemption against dangerous Korean striker OK Ryu.
Let me tell you something, Will. One on TNT 4 airs this Wednesday night right after AEW Dynamite at 10 p.m. Eastern and Pacific time. Catch the prelims starting at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. That's a 3-hour difference if you didn't know.
Yeah, but if you're on the West Coast, it's 5:30.
Yep.
If you're on the East Coast, it's 8:30.
Best part about it, the best fights are on Wednesday night, getting you ready for the weekend. That's like the middle ground. You're like, all right, I get to get ready for Friday. You watch One.
All on One on TNT. Back to this banger episode. What do we got next? Should we go fan questions? George, am I missing anything? Is there anything we need to
You haven't talked about your dad yet.
Yeah. You started talking about it.
Oh yeah, so this is my great grandpa William Tonyan and Sons. So that and Sons is my grandpa and his 3 brothers, and then his brother-in-law. So, the back is probably better to see. Honestly, that's the cool logo. See, I don't know if you can see that.
Right there, yeah.
All right, so you got my great grandpa William smoking the pipe right there, and then all of his 4 sons and his son-in-law in the back, and
So what is the business?
general contracting construction. Yeah.
Just a general
We started in
contracting.
1962, and yeah, now my dad and a couple of his cousins are now owners and stuff like that. And growing up, that was the best. Like going to the shop on Sundays and watching generations just go to work. Cause Sunday was their fun day. They would just Saturday and Sunday weekends, they would just go to the shop, and that's when everyone would work on their home stuff at the shop. So they would bring in their cars to the shop. They'd bring in we have cabins up in Wisconsin. We didn't buy piers. We made piers the Tonyan way, which is steel, wood that's been there for 50 years and hasn't cracked, and who's putting them in the water? Me, with waders on, heavy, each piece is 50 pounds because
why not?
They were just making piers, anything we needed,
This shit ain't breaking, dude.
you don't buy stuff you can make.
Yeah,
in my family.
Didn't you get a pool?
Yeah, my dad he bought his first home when he moved out, 21. He's been working the family business, and he rented out the rooms to his boys.
Yeah.
So when he then got married to my mom, they all moved out, and that's the house that I grew up in. And my dad still owns that house, and that's where they live. So they built a living room, a front porch, upstairs, basement, and a garage and a pool. We just filled the pool back in, but yeah, so it was just this little home, and my dad just kept building off of it. And
Pretty
that's
sick.
the house that he lives in.
That is fucking
We still
awesome.
live in that house. Yeah.
So
And my grandpa lives 2 houses down the street from me.
Yeah.
One of the sons. Well, all of them do.
And then
Uncle Chuck and my grandpa, they live on the street. But that street, Park Street.
Tonyan Street.
Yeah.
basically Tonyan Street.
If it didn't have a memorial park on it, we were gonna buy it and name it our whatever we wanted.
I love that.
That
But,
is a
there's
cool.
a
That's
park
cool.
on-
And his
man.
parents were just down here this past weekend.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
And my roommate Bern.
Was it your
who's
first
an
time
offensive
meeting him?
lineman.
No, I met them
Okay.
before.
Yeah, but he was my first time meeting my best friend from college.
His roommate,
My roommate, offensive lineman, 6'3", 340, still big,
Moosive.
Moosive. But with the boys,
Moosive.
we're just having a good time. They played video games for years together, and it was the first time they got to meet.
It was sick.
George let them stay at the crib and stuff.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
Just a
He
good
broke
vibe,
my bed. He broke the guest bed. It wasn't his fault. It was already broken.
It was
But
already
I didn't
broken.
tell him.
And dude, Bernie getting a shout on here is actually absurd.
What's up,
dude.
Bern?
Yeah, what's up, Bern, dude?
Now who's Bernie?
That's my college roommate.
Okay.
Dude, he will
Shout out
probably-
Bernie. Shout out the boy Bernie, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. This dude's about to cry.
He's going to appreciate this
Dude,
way
that
too
is-
much.
Dude, that I probably would not be where I am without Bernie, like gotten to George if it wasn't for, Bern. Like,
He was the bridge in between.
Bern got me to George, and then George got me, my NFL stuff. But that boy looked out for me in college. Big
Yeah,
time.
that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Now, my question is, since all the contracting, if you what is it saying? You said you make it. If you can't, would you say something? Then you make it.
Don't doubt me.
If you can buy it, then you make it, or some shit.
If you can make it, make it.
If you
Don't
can
buy
make it, don't buy it. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. So why when you buy land and then
That's
the
what we're
family
moving.
biz,
Hey, that's what we're doing.
I thought you missed out on a house.
I
Like,
did, but like the long term plan, like G's got this plan. I buy.
he's got an
I
experimental
buy a couple
plan.
acres off of him. I buy the house on his property. We build an underground tunnel, and we're set. The underground tunnel's been a thing for 3 years.
Yeah, we've been talking
before
about
he
that for a
even
long
got
time.
His property.
Yeah. Like for
The whole
3 years,
point
we're
was
like,
to be neighbors and have an underground.
we wanted to buy a cul-de-sac and then just have a tunnel underground for all the boys in all the houses. We could just meet up underground and hang out, play video games and stuff. Like we've planned this multiple times.
And it can happen.
And it can happen. Like don't put a limit on me right now, Will. Like don't tell me I can't do something.
Don't tell me.
Yeah,
no.
don't tell me that.
Don't tell me I can't do something well because I'm going to do it.
So now instead I couldn't find the cul-de-sac. So instead I just bought a bunch of acreage of land and I'm going to continue to buy more acreage of land. So then I can just have all of my friends move around me. And then I don't have to go anywhere and I can still hang out with all of the boys.
That's like a fucking dream. That's like a 10-year-old's
Dude,
dream.
if you can't
When they're talking
dream
about
it-
somebody winning the lottery,
Yeah.
that's like the shit you think of.
This is like when you're done building forts.
Yeah.
Now it's
Right.
we do this now.
Oh yeah.
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 I'm
we build
trying
underground
my
tunnels.
best to do. I'm literally 13 years old every single day. It's amazing. You ever read the Calvin and Hobbes comic strip? Any idea what that is? Anybody know what Calvin and Hobbes is? Yeah, that I am Calvin every single day. That is who I am. Hobbes this is
fuck
my
with that,
imaginary
dude.
tiger.
Right.
If you see the picture, you'll know.
Yeah.
Dude, it's these little guys.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
old.
I grew up from I learned to read by reading the newspaper comics. I read the comics
How
every
old were you when you learned to read
Who's
then?
Garfield guy.
3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading I didn't miss a daily comic strip in the newspaper until I went to college. 18 years, I read it every single day, basically.
You
love
were a reader
comics.
though. That's what your mom
Yeah, that's all I
said. You
did.
were
I
a
lived on
reader.
farms my whole life. I didn't have friends that lived very close to me, so I would just read. And
Right.
so I loved comic
So
books.
like I was the same way, but I'd literally go out into the driveway and play 5-on-5 basketball by myself, 11-on-11 football by myself,
Yep.
9-on-9 baseball by myself. Like I had, that was my imagination. I didn't read and still don't.
Yeah,
But
no, I wasn't a big
I'm
reader
getting into
either.
reading like so much now because I have like time to like chill out and like.
Rob, how many game-winning shots did you make?
Dude, I tell George this so many times. I
All of
go,
them.
how many Game 7 NBA Finals buzzer beaters do you think I had in my driveway? Millions.
Millions.
How
of
many
them.
one-handed catches in the Super Bowl did I make in my backyard?
All of
Millions.
them.
It's not new now. Like that's like a real thing.
Talk about that visualization.
Yeah, it's just not like that's why like I'm so comfortable now and like I
done
feel
it.
like I lost that a lot like at college and you get distracted with so many different things, people telling you how to be a certain way or
Do this, do
just
that.
a bunch of people, but like when I was younger, I was just my imagination was so pure and just like and I'm like why and I just finally realized I was like why don't I just go back to that? And like his dad helped me like just like go back to finding myself and like that strong imagination that I have, like just work it into like my everyday, and it just has made me like not only a better football player, but like a better person. Like I just vibrate higher than probably other than George, anyone I know. I promise you, like
And
I
Skip.
just do. Yeah, and Skip, another one of our boys, like us three, like the fact that you can wake up and be upset. I know a lot of people go through like a lot of different things. And it's easy to say that, like looking at like our like status and stuff like that, but there's so much to be grateful for. Like
Every day.
truly is, and like I was like a person who lost that, like and became like just like mind on different things rather than like priorities.
When were you like losing that? Like, and what do you
And
think
not even
made
that, I
you
noticed
lose it?
it like this past year before coming to this season. I got with him when I was his dad. When I was injured, I was like, I can't lift anything like core muscle. You can't like lift over 20 pounds for like a month. So I was like, what am I gonna do? can't just sit here and like play video games and just chill out and be like a burnout for like a month. And I was like, let's get this mind right. Let's try. Like, and I read something that LeBron was like, after he lost to the Mavs, he was like, I was mentally weak. And I was like, I just looked myself in the mirror and be like, dude, you're mentally weak. You got to change. Like, don't play the victim anymore. Don't like, oh, shit's not fair. Like, go make it like hard on them to make a decision. Don't like put like all the pressure on you. Just like go out there and just be you and like have people deal with that.
100%.
Like, dude, like when you're yourself, dude, you feel like so pure and like amazing. Cause like, and when people are trying to tell you different things, there's different things about you or how you should live your life, you're like, it's not for me. I'm all right.
Yeah.
Like that's like with the Pro Bowl thing. Like, dude, like,
It is what
it's
it
not
is.
for me. It's fine. I'm chilling. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
How do you like exercise that creativity in where you're at now?
I like when I'm in Green Bay, like I'm like here, like me and G are always on the move, so we're like always doing stuff. But like Green Bay, I meditate every day, and like now I'm meditating like 3-4 times a week. But yeah, I go yoga, meditation, and like 5-7 days a week.
Damn. That's fucking awesome.
But just like it's just sitting there and just like manifesting, like, dude, whatever you put in the universe, like you put in like good vibes, you put in like happiness, like
Appreciation.
yeah, you just put that
gratefulness.
in, the world's gonna give that back to you. Like vibes are real, dude. Like the word like vibes comes from vibration, and that's like a real thing. Like how someone's tone or their like actions are to you, that affects you because like that's energy, like bad energy being thrown at someone. And like for someone like us who are like pure and like happy and like like open, like, and then someone like says something, we're like, all right, that was cool.
Yep, sick. Thanks for
Like,
ruining it.
Yeah, thanks for ruining literally, like, what are we doing? Like, so, yeah, just understanding that, like, what you put out, you're going to get back. So if I'm, like, an asshole to someone, they're going to be like, dude, you're a dick, back at me. But if I'm, like, if I treat everyone like I'm their best friend off the get-go,
It's
and
your
if you
choice.
don't like me,
That's your
and
choice.
you don't like me, that's something you have to go to bed with because I'm just trying to make you happy.
Right.
Anyone I meet, I'll just try to make happy because I know what it's like to be sad, depressed, in a shithole. I don't want anyone to feel like how I felt. Like like when I was home and going through all that hurt, going through all that, getting cut, you know, playing behind people, not playing, like not getting what I deserve. I felt that. And if I can have someone not feel that way, I'll feel better about myself, definitely.
Very true.
What book did you read? Was it a book?
I read a bunch. No, but like at first it wasn't, but then I got into books just because I'm like, dude, like the mind is dope. Like you can literally do
sure.
any, like when I'm meditating, whoa. Like you can, like once you hit flow state, you can go anywhere, man.
Right.
Like that shit is real. And I was like, I just didn't understand it. Like I used to think like, dude, I used to really think in college anxiety was an excuse. When people are like, oh my God, my anxiety. I'm like, bro, anxiety's not real. And I was like, but at the whole time I just had anxiety just buried inside of me and like built up. And once I realized that, I can just take that and just, so yeah.
Right.
Because like,
You have a
mind is
choice.
so dude, your mind is so strong. Like whether you tell yourself something, like we would go like I had affirmations every morning. I would drive to work, no, like just sounds. I wouldn't listen to music, like rap music or whatever that I would listen to. I just listen to sounds and like tones, and just talk to myself in a bunch of I ams. Like before I was the starter, like I am the tight end of the Green Bay Packers. Like that's who I am. That's not what I want to be. That's who I am already inside of me. So if I tell myself I am, I have nothing to do but go be that. Like I'm consistent and I'm deliberate. Like, you know, just all these things that I just would tell myself every day. It just like, that's who I became just because I kept telling myself who I like wanted to be, but already that person. And I just formed into that. Because if someone's like you're no good, like you're not going to amount to anything, that person's not going to amount to anything because you're just hearing information just negative.
You're being influenced in all the
But
vibrations.
if
you get
you
into.
your own person, like yourself, if you tell yourself how good you are, like I don't think a lot of people like know they're like
Great.
yes, like dude, everyone's so unique and like interesting and like cool. Like, and when I've like I used to have so much social anxiety, you have no idea. Like this dude bringing me out in Nashville, whoa, I do not like that. That many people, no.
Yeah.
But like, and I would always be like judging people. And now I'm just like, anyone that comes up to me, I do the George approach. Like, what's good? Like,
how you doing?
Let's ride. Like, just throw
hey
like
there.
good vibes and make them make the decision. What like,
To like
because
me or
then
not.
you don't have to be like, if you're like kind of like cold shouldering someone, they're gonna be like, oh, that dude's a dick. But like, if I just give you all the love and stuff like that, you make that decision.
Yeah. I fuck with that, dude. And I like that.
I mean, like, that's why, like, the vibe stuff, like, that's why I bring all the tight ends to Nashville. Because other than just, like, the challenge of, like, I got to work out incredible tight ends on a daily basis. I'm challenged by them. I'm pushed by them, but I'm also encouraged by them. I also get all their positive energy, and I learn from them every single day. So, like, I don't really know who's training better than we are from, I mean, all over, like, across the board. Like, I don't know who's doing what we're doing from just having a great time with each other every single day.
I like creating that environment.
Dude,
you create your own environment.
Shit flows when you're happy too. And I mean, everyone's gonna have their bad days and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, like life, like is a roller coaster.
Life stuff.
But like, and it's so corny, but like, how like 10% of what happens and 90% of how you react. That's like so true. It's like if something happens, you can either be like, I can't do anything about that. Like, let's move on, like control the controllables. But like, if you just let that sit in your mind and just like repeatedly over and over, like, could I have done something different? Or, did I do this right? Or like, should I have done this on this play? It's like, bro, you're thinking about 10 plays ago when you're about to go against a dog, that dude again. And you're worried about 10 plays ago while this dude's worried about ripping off your face. Like, that's not going to go well for you. So like, make a bad play, like, oh, well. Or, like, you make a bad decision, oh, well. Or you say something stupid, like, oh, well. Or you miss out on something, oh, well. Like,
I'll do better next time.
yeah, like, it's all about, because, like, if you do a bad play, but then the next play is, like, incredible, people are going to forget about the bad play.
Yeah.
Like, if you do so many incredible things after that, but if you let that ponder on your mind and then
snowball.
Yeah, you're just going to
Carry it to the bench. You're thinking about it during the next
and then
series.
you slam your helmet and people are, like,
Everybody's like, hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. Like, and you're just constantly kind of thinking about it.
But and being around guys like him and then Mercedes Lewis, like,
I've heard when I've talked to LaFleur's like super high on how good of a
that's
leader.
just like my big brother. Like, I had an older sister growing up, but like I'm around him every day. We have like the same, like, how we approach everything and just the smooth, like calm, like, but when it's ready to turn up, like it's time to turn up type mentality. It's just like, he's such a good dude. And like, he just like is there for me, like through my successes. And when I'm on the bench, like he can like talk me through like certain situations or like keeping my highs, at a medium and keeping my lows at a medium, just stay like at a flow state and shit worked out.
This episode of Bussin' with the Boys is also brought to you by Slick Spirited Ice. The time has come for happy hour to finally live up to its name with the introduction of Slick Spirited Ice. Slick is a brand new hard, yes, that means boozy, freezer pop that is crafted with elevated flavors to inspire good times. They're available in different premium spirit offerings, including rum and agave, which is my personal favorite, 8% ABV, not necessarily sure what that means, at 100 calories or less, each naturally flavored to deliver incredible and refreshing taste. Marty, do you know what ABV means?
Yeah, you said alcohol beverage value.
Oh,
right?
you're going to blame me. You're going to fucking say that was my question. They're convenient enough to throw in the cooler and bring along to your favorite backyard barbecue, boating on a lake, your boy's place, or day blazing at a pool party.
And I want you to do something. So swap your typical summer cocktail out we're gonna do that again.
Just keep it going. You're one take Marty.
One take Marty. So swap your typical summer cocktail or your seltzer with Slick Spirited Ice. Scoop up a box or 2 or maybe even 10.
That's a big range.
At your local Walmart or liquor store and load your freezer for the upcoming weekend. Just so you know, once you start Slick, sipping will never be the same. To learn more, go to slickspiritedice.com.
This ad has been brought to you by 21 Holdings, LLC in West Chicago, Illinois. Must be 21 and up to purchase and consume. Please drink responsibly. Yeah. Were there any like this for both of you guys too? Was there an aha moment for the whole mental side of opening up? Because you talk about all the law of attraction stuff. You allude to all this stuff. Like it's something I am huge in, and like this mental stuff and everything like that. And I ask about books and everything else because like when was an aha moment for you guys when learning about or tapping into this side? Because as much as you talk about the I am statements and the this and that, and then people are like, yeah, I mean, you know, they can say whatever they want. These are football players, blah, 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 this and that. But, how do you get to understand? Because like you said, when you give off vibrations, right? When you give off vibes or somebody gives like a negative energy, there also has to be a sense of awareness about yourself too, to understand.
Dude, a sense of awareness, dude. Awareness is so key.
Right. Because it's like, if you don't have that sense of awareness, you're obviously going to react to it wrong. But if you're like bringing the awareness into it allows you to tap more into the whole attraction side of it, because you can't just like I've heard this from Tony Robbins. You can't just say, oh, the grass is going to be green. The grass is going to be green. The grass is going to be green. And then one day it's going to wake up green. Like you got to learn and observe yourself so much to realize like
look internal.
Yeah. To figure out what your triggers are, to figure out what's creating anxiety. And it's like how much weight you're giving certain things and
if you
giving that freedom from
those fears, you're just going to keep running from the fears. And my biggest thing that I took away with Bruce was
I love fucking Bruce getting shout outs too, dude.
It was just like, dude, like, what are you afraid of?
What's the cave one?
This is what I'm afraid of.
What you most desire in the cave is like fear itself inside of you or something like that.
Dude, and it was just like,
it is speaking to that stuff though. It's like it's like a certain insecurity that you're kind of identifying with that's like affecting you.
Dude, embrace your insecurities because the people who love you are going to protect your insecurities.
They're going to encourage you.
So bring those insecurities out, like that's why I honestly like I would just be open to George. Like this is where I'm struggling in football and mentally. Like our car rides like are amazing because like we just talk about life. We were just talking about it today, like that we appreciate each other just because we can talk about anything and understand each other because not a lot of people have that. But like looking internal and being aware of what makes you feel a certain way, but also you have to be aware that those people, you know, what's inside of them, like if they're projecting negativity, it's usually internal on them.
Right, something's going on.
So you don't want to like go back at them.
No.
You want to backdoor them and be like, kind of help them out. Be like, hey man, like misunderstanding, like anything I can do to help.
Right.
Like, hey man, like how you feeling? Like I'm here to help. Like I've been through the same stuff. And
when you talk to somebody, like you gotta, the things you say to someone, like you gotta put yourself in their shoes. Like how are they gonna react to the things that I say? So like you gotta be polite. You gotta be kind to people. You want to say the right things. And really like when he was talking about looking internal, like everything that you do, you have a choice, whether you want to do it or not. Like how you react to things, how you say good morning to someone, your mindset when you approach a Monday workout, literally anything, whether how your mindset going to dinner, your mindset, like whatever you do, like you choose that mindset and how you react to things. And if you just to like do everything in a positive way, or you think into a positive way. And I know like it's hard for some people because they're in different situations and you know, I might look like an asshole standing up here, but like I've been doing that since I was like 8 years old. Like that's I've been doing that. I've just been appreciative of everything since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I just continue to do that. And I've learned that everything is a choice, how you react, how you talk to people. And if you just do that and you choose to be positive, you choose to be kind, and you choose to treat others like you want to be treated, the universe gives it right back to you.
Golden rule, dude. That
just like, treat others how you want to be treated. And that goes a long way. Like, that's why I am the way I am, because I want you guys to be nice to me. Like, I want to have a bunch of friends. Why would I go be a dick?
I
don't get why people want to be dickheads. Like it's easy to be a dick.
You don't have to be friends with everyone. Yeah. But
you can be kind and polite.
You can be kind and polite.
It's not that hard too, just to say, hey man, good morning. I hope how's your weekend? Yeah. That's not hard. Like, yeah, you don't need to put headphones on in the locker room and sit in your locker and like, hey, we're all in the same boat here together. Like let's have a good relationship, man. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
I never understand that. I don't understand those people. Like, we're friends, man. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I don't hate anybody.
Right. Well, it's funny too, because when you actually start talking to those guys or anything like that, you realize if you get to certain depths, like everyone's kind of feeling the same kind of things. It's just how certain people are reacting.
You have to get down. You have to get to those conversations.
Yeah. No, I fuck with that.
Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. That is like the biggest thing that I have now lived by with facing my insecurities is like, whatever you're uncomfortable with,
that's where the growth is going to happen.
Let's talk about it. Like, truthfully, like, if you feel weird about something and you just put it down inside of you, your subconscious is just going to like latch onto that and just going to eat away at you. Mm-hmm. But if you're just like, it is what it is. How can I get through this? Like,
how can I get better?
Yeah. Let's get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I love it.
That fires me up, boys. I like all that shit. And I have my phone out because there's like a note I posted this morning. But you were talking about the whole 10%. It sounds corny. The whole 10% this, 90% how you respond. But it's like, here's what I posted. It was like reality provides the stimulus, you provide the reaction. And this is in a book that I'm reading called shameless plug. Anthony DeMalo is the author, and the book's called Awareness. Okay. And it's just like, I don't know, it's just incredible, man. Like the whole perspective thing. And I've kind of seen some of your like story posts and stuff, and it kind of seems like you're on like that wave of, awareness of all this stuff you're basically talking to. So I think it's really cool that you're talking about it. And you are too.
The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek.
Say that again.
The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek. So those are your insecurities. Like that, look inward, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a Bruce quote. Like, dude, my dad has like, I have quotes all over like everywhere. Cause that's all.
Same from Bruce.
My dad, like he does laminated cards, like index cards, and he'll put like 3 to 4 quotes on each one, and he'll send me bags of them, and I hand them out in our locker room because it's like an affirmation thing. And they're inspirational quotes to an extent, like anywhere from like Bruce Lee to The Matrix to Gandalf, like anything that's positive, anything that has like a mental spin on it.
Some Yoda.
Yeah, literally.
Some Star Wars stuff.
Oh, everything. Because I mean, that was my childhood growing up was Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, Star Wars, like all that stuff. So like he finds a way to correlate, and he finds all those quotes from those books and those things. Like, I mean, and he sends those to me on these note cards. I get to hand them out to my teammates, and like guys have them in their locker. And like he reads his affirmations. Like I get to read sick ass quotes from my dad every single day that put me in the right mindset to be able to go out and have that week 3 camp practice when you don't really want to. But it's like, I can go into this practice and like drag my ass, and I can be tired and my legs hurt, and I might be getting more reps than, the next guy. Like I'm bitching about that. Or I can say, hey, I get to get more reps than the next guy at practice. I'm going to have a great day today. I got to have 10 catches today at practice. I get the opportunity to go against man coverage. I get the opportunity to go against double coverage. That's awesome. I get to get better today. And like, so like that's you're either going to that practice with a shitty mindset and it's going to be a shitty practice, or you're going to that with a positive outlook and hey, the practice might not go the way you wanted to, but it's going to be a lot more fun. Yeah. And you're going to have a way better experience along the way.
Yeah. Going off of like what you like said, like, be like grateful, like we have the opportunity to do that. Like instead of being like, damn, like we got practice today. Like we got practice today. Like be grateful. Like literally, a lot of people don't get to strap it up. No, and like and the practice reps, like if you need to see that. Yeah. Like some people need to see that. Like me and like George, visual. Like we need a visual. We need like our imagination needs to see man coverage because like when I'm in practice, like don't talk to me. Like it's like work area. Like in the locker room, like we're like this, but like when we're on the field, it's like I'm trying to get ready for the game because when Sunday hits, like shit's rolling. Like and just seeing the plays over and over and like catching the same ball like 3 times in practice, you're gonna get that play in the game. Yeah. Like you see that against the defense and you're seeing all that, and then you come into the game and it's like slow because like they gave you all those looks in practice. Now everyone's just it's just different colored jerseys. Like people like they take it for granted, like the reps really and like the opportunity to get better, like just a little bit. Like I understand, like some people like older they can't like go through the practice and reps, but like mental reps are definitely real. Just as important as it's so important, just because you have to see. Oh, you have to see, and like you were talking about an aha moment, and I went into like a deep like imagery meditation before the Atlanta game, the Monday night game.
We had 3 touchdowns.
We had 3 touchdowns.
3 tuggies.
And
3 tuggies.
And got tackled and then scored.
And then
let's fucking
after the game, I'm like, that was wild. Because like in the tunnel,
I blacked out there.
I legit like went into like a meditation, like flow state, like in the tunnel, just sitting there, like watching. I think I was watching honestly, I think it was like a Chiefs game or something like. Or they were just doing highlights from like the day before or whatever. And I was just watching them on the big screen, just sitting there. And I just like looked at the field and I just like from there on out, I legit blacked out. Like I just thought about making plays. And then I truly like barely remember the game. Because like I was just thinking about making plays and like I only thought positive on that field. Like Tay was out, Allen was out, Mercedes was out. And like you look at the starting lineup and like A-Rod's like, let's rock. Like there's nothing like, and we didn't have any really game plan going into that because like our guys were out. Like a lot of the guys were out. So I was like, I just blacked out. And
why not me?
And dude, and after like that aha moment, I was like, this mental shit is real. Because I legit just like thought about a whole football game in my head and just sat there for 30 minutes and just stared at the field, went in the locker room, basically put on my Superman suit, went out there and did what I just thought about and went right back in. He was at a wedding. He called me. My mom happened to be up in Green Bay. They didn't have fans, but my mom was in Green Bay. So I got to like be on FaceTime with her and like my parents and stuff. And I'm like, this is wild.
I was watching his game during the wedding ceremony. It was Trent Taylor and his wife. We went up to, where was that? It was like, I think it was Big Sur or something like that. And we're at a hotel. And
what was this, a bye week or something?
It was a Monday night. So
gotcha.
I mean, the wedding, it was Trent and his wife, and then it was me and my wife. Because it was just a small thing. We were just there to be like witnesses, and they actually got married via Zoom, which was cool, like from their pastor. But like I'm sitting there, I'm holding on to the dogs, and I have Bob down here watching the wedding ceremony. It's like,
because
that's a boy right there, dude.
I literally,
Bernie, my boy, hits him up like, "Are you watching this?" And George is like, "What?"
It was right after his first touchdown, like because I had it up on the TV, but we walked outside, and Bernie texted me. He's like, "Dude, he just scored a touchdown." I was like, "All right, I got to get back on this." So now I have it up after that. We're sitting at his dinner eating. I have it up, and Bob scores. I almost flipped the table. It was amazing. Like Trent's wife, I think she's okay with it because it was for you. Yeah. But like I had my phone out for the entire wedding to watch Monday Night Football, baby. Oh, it was. And then like he got tackled on his release, gets up. Wide open the end zone, touchdown. And that was also during the ceremony. I cheered and I was like, Trent, Rob scored again. And he just.
I think George was more so hyped up because they, put him up on the TV for the Monday night game. They're like, oh yeah.
I was tweeting my balls
George
off.
Kittle
Just getting that,
they're such good friends.
I was tweeting so hard.
Dude, that just made me fucking the ESPN dude who literally wrote the headline of like an article like going into the season. Like I worked out with George in the off season.
Was this one of the Packer guys?
Yeah, and it was just like supposed to be like I'm gonna play full victim here because like I was just going in and just like trying to just go play football. Like worked out with George Kittle, just had his Pro Bowl year. I just wanted I was just telling the story like hey, like whatever, like I don't want to be a burden, and like they're like helping me out and like doing me a favor. So I like to help around with the chores and like do the unasked stuff because like I'm just grateful to be like
right. He's doing
the opportunity.
Yeah.
This dude headlines. Oh, we gotta find it too. It was like dish duty and garbage duty was like the headline of dude. Like I was this dude's manager.
Yeah, literally.
I'm like, dude, I am trying to like get ready for a season, and they like headline it like
dish duty.
I'm this dude's like butler.
Yeah, that's our headline. That's gonna be our headline
and
now.
Guess what?
Workouts and dish duty.
Workouts and dish duty.
Robert Tonyan's offseason with roommate George Kittle.
Dabrowski. Now, do you think I fuck with that guy? No. I don't fuck with that guy.
Do you know who it is? Can you put a face to it?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly who that is.
That's tough, Rob. Man. That is tough.
You guys have the same name to have opportunity to be friends.
He also said I wouldn't make the roster before last season for the Packers.
That's a tough take.
And guess what? And before that, he told me I was the 40. Someone said I was the 46.
Dude, Rob, that's disrespectful. I haven't even seen this,
Kittle's
man.
the homeowner. Tonyan is his tenant.
It was an Airbnb. Way to do your research, Rob.
Story.
Hey, Rob, man, you're really good at your job.
Hey, Rob, tell him he ain't gonna do it next time.
Yeah, dude, Rob, tell me I'm only a dishwasher.
Tell him he's only undrafted.
I haven't seen this.
Team.
Dude, isn't this hilarious?
It's funny too because there's actually
I'm getting fired up right now.
Dude, I'm getting fired up too, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go.
Wanted housemate with tight end experience.
Dude, I had no tight end experience. Zero. I didn't even play tight end yet.
Joke's on you, dude.
It's a 4-bedroom, so there's plenty of room.
I'm an around the house guy. I like to do the laundry, clean the dishes. He said, I do my part. My mom cleans houses
I'm a weirdo
for a living,
like that.
so I'm like that. I clean my house every night too. I'm a weirdo like that.
Yeah,
I am like that though.
He is weird.
He is weird.
Hey, look, shout out Josh. Sure, go back. Yeah, shout out Josh. Look, there's Dwelly. Dwelly.
Big Dwell.
You gotta have him on the pod. You'd like him.
Who's
Where
this?
was that?
He's plays sign with me at the San Francisco.
Okay, I'm down. Obviously, you're a fill-in co-host for sure.
You'll like Dwelly. He's San Diego.
This has
vibes.
been an incredible pod, boys.
We've covered a lot.
Yeah, and I really fuck with the.
Yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not, but I really fuck with the mental talk.
Oh, I love it. I will say.
Thanks, George. You called me an absolutely insane athlete.
Yeah, dude, he's got the softest feet in this side of the Mississippi. It's crazy.
You just throw in words like that too, and you don't know really how to articulate it. You just start saying the most ridiculous shit.
Dude.
An absolutely insane athlete. There is a guy too, like
Sorry,
a
Rob.
reporter. There's a reporter. Man, I have to find him on Twitter, but he's a Green Bay guy. But he loves the pod. He loves Bussin' with the Boys. He's kind of like a Stoolie, I think. But he's a huge fan of the pod.
Oh, Matt Rampage? It got to be Matt Rampage.
Probably is.
Dude with the lazy eye?
I don't know if he's got a lazy
He's
eye.
hilarious, too. He does, like, the Packers pod. Like,
I love that.
kind of like
Because when Bakhtiari came out, he was like, hey, I shouted to him beforehand and stuff just to give him a head start on the pod and things like that. But
Hey, Wagner.
he's all about
He's a nice guy.
He's all about boosting it. It
like
might be
Nick.
him.
Yeah,
He's got a little bit of a following on Twitter,
that might be him.
but what's
That's
his name?
funny.
Matt Rampage, I think. That, or it could be Aaron Aguilar or something like that. There's a couple of them.
But anyway,
There's so many Packers podcasts.
Well, you got any like reporters that you want to throw anything at? Say what's up, like
Yeah,
Rob.
dude, who hated on you?
Yeah. Do you have any fun articles back in the day that?
So I got to shout out Buck Rising. I do a little segment with them every Wednesday, but that's a nice one. But when I first came, I want to say it was maybe Paul Kaharski who said like, just kind of like an average player that was coming here.
Sick.
But you know what I mean? And I kind of played into it like lunch pail first in, last loud. And you know how I make jokes on Twitter.
Yeah, you have to.
But that's basically what I just do. But I mean, there were, when I was young, I mean, being a practice squad guy, like you're left off the list, but I don't feel like I really took it as much disrespect. It was tough being in Washington because Twitter was starting to kind of grow and everything like that. And that is a time where I can't admit like,
Google Will Compton average player.
where you're battling like the trolls and stuff and we're calling you trash. And it was always like, I'm like a unintelligent player, but it's more so, he's smart, but he's always one step away from the ball. It was always shit like that kind of like bothered me to where
Sneaky
I kind of
athlete?
sneaky, like
Sneaky
not even a sneaky. I don't even think I get the
No, that's
sneaky
just
athlete
like
compliment.
the classic.
Right. The classic intangible, like, he's sneaky athletic. Like Jordy will run a route or something like, oh, he's got sneaky speed.
He's a football player.
Yeah.
He's a football player.
But that is during a time like during that Twitter universe to where shit would bother me to where you kind of have to dive back in on like the whole mental aspect of everything and figure out like why shit bothers you, why you give it weight. Because there's a time, and I've told this story numerous times, but it was Thanksgiving. We were playing a Thanksgiving game versus Dallas, and I missed a tackle on Ezekiel Elliott 2 times in a row. And after the first one, I'm living in that headspace of like, fuck me. It was the first series. And it sucked too because it was Dak. He's checking giant. It's like they're pulling 2 pullers around the tight end. And so the play's coming and you miss a fucking tackle. And you're just I was so in that moment. Then the next play, it was either that one or the play after, I miss another tackle on him. And I'm literally on the sideline thinking about what Twitter's saying about me. And that's when I knew sitting there, like, I had gone too far with worrying about like what people were saying about me. Cause I would, chirp guys back or argue back, be a little more argumentative about it. Like, what do you, shut up and play football. Oh, shut up. What do you do for a living? Like kind of argumentative like that when I was younger. And just always kind of had that weird chip to where, cause I identified so much with how somebody perceive me in football. Right. Because when you're undrafted and doing all that stuff, you just realize
you're
like
always
you earn
under a
everything.
Microscope.
You're always
dude, and it's hard.
And so when they make those comments, you immediately go to it because you're pissed because you've now overcame those certain labels. And you're like, why you still judge me like I'm starting in the NFL, blah, blah, blah. But that's how I knew it got like too far with me. So that was like always a time I think back on and think like, when I'm talking to anybody who talks about what Twitter or any social media does, like how it can be dangerous. Like we're all human. It's not like we sit here and everyone thinks Rob and George, they must seem like they don't have one bad day ever at practice. Cause they say, it's their time to lock in. Yeah. Like there's going to be times where it's like, oh, we get to practice. We're grateful. Like, yes, that you do need to live that way. But it's like, you can reach back and think on times where it's like, it's not always that way, but it's having that mindset and that awareness to know that you're having those shitty days and catching yourself kind of being like, yo, I'm low key kind of bitching a little too much right now around a certain group. And it's like, I'm not that way. And I hate that I came off that way. And you figure out that you do gotta like redo it or come back the next day, have a different mindset.
100%.
But yeah, that's why I really fuck with this episode so far, is just because we've talked about a lot of that stuff. And you just
the mindset stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, my rookie year, I was trash, super bad. But because like they trade away Vance McDonald, I had plenty of bad games, bad days. We were like we went 0-9 before we won our first game. And I just remember like, it was like week 7, week 8. And I wake up every single day smile. I'm like, this is the coolest thing ever. I'm playing in the NFL. Like, why would I not be grateful? Like, I had every single person on Twitter telling me I was trash and that I should not be playing football. And I was like, that's cool. I'm going to go play football today while you don't. And so I'm just going to appreciate that. And I'm going to try to get better today. And like, that was my aha moment was just like, I realized that it is your choice. Like you can go into every practice.
You hold the power.
You hold the power to some extent. Like you got to get the ball thrown to you or you have to have a play go to you like to an extent. But like if you just make the most out of your opportunities, then you actually are in control.
Right.
Like, and really like, taking control of that opportunity is if you're on the backside of a run play or if you're a running back busts through a hole in practice and you chase him down for 50 yards, all it really is like showing a little effort.
Yeah.
Coaches respect it.
Care.
Players respect it. Just care. And that goes so far in the football world. It's insane. When you show that you care and you show that you put forth effort and that you care about the team and the sport, it all pays itself back to you.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, and it allows you to play the game longer and allows you to actually enjoy the game rather than like making excuses for yourself. Like, I shouldn't have came out last year. I would have been a first round draft pick this year. Like, the defense isn't for me. Like, I'm out of position. I've heard that way too many times.
Right.
And I look at you, I'm like, that is your fault. That is your fault. Like, come on now.
How about you fix yourself to fit the system?
Yeah, fix
Don't
it.
let the system go around you. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
It's, I mean, my coach doesn't like me. Okay, well then make him like you with how you practice,
how you treat them.
how you treat him.
Just take full accountability for where you're sitting.
And then if it doesn't work,
Control what you can
fuck,
control.
it doesn't work.
Yeah,
and you go to the next one.
Control what you can control. If you can control like your attitude, your effort and all that stuff, and he still hates you,
That's on him.
Yeah, because again, what they reflect onto you, if you're giving it everything you got the best every day and what they put onto you is probably a reflection on them. And that's what the Twitter trolls like.
Yeah.
They just wake up and like, hey man, good morning. You suck.
I hate you.
I'm like,
Sick.
sorry. Like I just woke up today with a smile, but like that might mean you think you suck.
Yeah.
Like you are battling something internally. Look in the mirror on that one.
Yeah,
like,
just take a peek,
just
man.
like they're bored. They got time, big chest, like, well, big Twitter fingers. But
Yeah.
like,
Twitter fingers.
like,
Yeah.
bro, I don't got time for that.
we got
I
no
wish,
time for
dude,
that.
I wish I, like,
Responding is fun.
dude, yeah, because if I could Xbox,
Dude,
put me in an Xbox live chat with those dudes and tell me what they think of me when they come out.
Yeah.
1v1 me Guardian, bro. Halo
Yeah,
3.
dude,
Bring it.
One
Do you
v
guys?
one me
Do you
in the
guys?
chat.
Yeah. Do you guys accept like all the requests and add anybody who wants to play you guys?
Oh
to join
goodness,
you?
my dumb ass posted
Your name thing?
me, Jimmy G, Trent, and I'm pretty sure Rob
Yeah.
on my Instagram one time.
For Call of Duty.
Yeah.
We got a dub.
It was Fortnite or Call. It was Fortnite. Yeah, it was Fortnite.
and everyone just like
Oh, dude,
Friend request.
I am offline 24/7. If I come online, I have 20 to 30 invites every 2 minutes.
yeah.
It's unreal. I am my dumb ass. And then like I literally like typed in like what's I think like you can find like you can search my gamer tag online. I haven't changed it yet though. Like I'm too stubborn. It's a sick gamer tag.
Yeah. I
I'm about
mean,
to say it.
Drama beats.
46.
Fuck.
Got him.
Drama Beats 46.
Yeah. Hey, because my freshman year of college, I looked like Drama from Fantasy Factory. Rob
That's
Beardex.
fucking hilarious. Yes.
Yeah.
That is
I look
awesome.
identical to Drama. Huge fan of Drama.
Yeah.
Free shout out, but yeah.
Dude,
Huge
that whole
fan.
Fantasy Factory vibe was a vibe.
Oh,
dude.
It was,
God,
but
Rob
yes,
Beardex.
like 4 people call me that in my life. But like my cousin Henry, who played for the Rams for a couple years, he's retired now. He hasn't called me George in 10 years. He only calls me Drama. It's amazing. It's like whenever I call him, he's like, "What's up, Drama?" I'm like, "What's up, dude?"
You're kind of creating the whole Fantasy Factory out in the barn.
See, no, it's great. Like
Fantasy Farm.
Fantasy Farm, Fantasy Barn.
That actually sounds super questionable. Do not quote me on that one. The Fantasy Farm.
The Fantasy Farm. It's a little much. The Fantasy Barn. No, we're gonna pass on that.
We're gonna pass on fantasy.
The word fantasy is a little aggressive to
mean,
some extent.
But
With
you
the
are
internet.
creating that Rob Dyrdek world for tight
Yeah.
ends, basically, or really the guys in Nashville.
Yeah, man.
You know where to find me.
Yeah.
Just come to the barn, baby. Yeah, I'm waiting for Will to come to the barn and get a workout.
Dude, you
Dude,
know,
Arm Farm scared him
I'll
away.
take
This dude shows up for one arm farm
Okay.
workout, and the whole time he's like, "Well, it didn't help. I just did arms right before this." And then he can't lift
Start
his.
off with excuses.
He can't. This is his
That's
arms.
tough.
These are his arms doing lifts.
mid workout and before every set, like I worked out early.
Yeah, I already worked out, man. Don't judge me for this. Don't judge me for this. And we were just busting his balls the whole time. But yeah, I'm just waiting for you to come out to the barn. You know, I got facilities. I got a PT guy twice a week. I got a massage therapist once a
I
week.
see you pitching me on the platform
I got
of
the
the show,
Juve red light
but don't
systems.
act like we haven't texted about it.
Yeah, no,
I do want to come out there. I really do. When I got
You would never
it's
fuck
part
with
of
the
it's
flow.
part of what's up.
You'd never fuck up the flow. You're too good of a time.
Yeah.
Well, you just liked it. It's not like you gave anything back.
I'm a terrible texter.
Yeah, I mean, you're really not that bad.
I responded.
But like when I got back in the truck, I'm like, yo, I need to get in that crew. Like that's like the vibe, the environment. I even told you in the thing, like, I more so want to pay for the environment. All the shit, the route running you guys would do with Jay Holt. Like I might dust off the old All-State cleats, but I do want to get out there because it is like the environment. I was telling George I didn't want to like disrespect anybody's time. Like you don't want to come out there once and then, I got something to do, whether it's for Bussin or I got to be somewhere. And then you're in and out around guys that don't necessarily know you, like George knows you. So I don't want to come off like somebody who's like, I just show up when I want to show up. And I'm just, I'm either yelling for the boys and then the next day I'm not fucking in there.
But are you
doing
like
the same
that?
shit.
Yeah, are you like that? Like
no.
Consistently as a person? Why are you caring about what other people think about you?
You guys are right. You guys are right.
That's crazy.
For real, like,
this episode was made for Will.
Hey, right. This is a therapy session.
Dude.
Are you like that though? No. Then who cares?
Yeah.
Bro, I literally had a hoodie on. I just took it off and it said, I don't care if you care.
Yeah.
Like, if you care about what I'm doing, you're not using that time to better yourself. Like, mind your business. Like, not saying like mind your business and like don't like go out of your way to help people. Like, just do you. But like, if you're gonna judge me or you got something to say to me, like,
yeah, why?
Don't spend your time worrying about what I'm doing. Use that time to worry about like bettering yourself.
The only thing
I literally give that advice to a bunch of people. Just worry about you for like a month and see how good you feel.
The only thing
just worry about you.
The only thing that we judge about each other is like if one of us is running routes with Jeremy and like we drop a pass, he'll be like, George, stop that bullshit. Like don't be trash. Like catch that ball. I'm like, you're right.
Yeah,
I gotta catch that ball. That's the only thing we talk shit about each other for. Like, hey, be better.
But it's like encouraging.
Yeah, it's an encouraging.
He knows that I have his best interest and he has my best interest. So it's not like catch the fucking ball like a coach. It's like, bro, that's not you. Catch the rock, finish, get upfield. Like, we're here to work.
Break a face. We're here for you.
No, I appreciate that. It's not. Again, it's. I guess ultimately you do worry about like what the boys would think, but I'm not like
your circle is fine.
Yeah.
No, I know, but
we're friends.
I know we're friends, but we're also like we've hung out a few times on the bus, and I don't want to sit here and take advantage of like I'm gonna come out to the barn. Like knowing we're having this conversation, I feel much better about.
You don't look like a guy that looks like you take advantage of a lot of people. Okay. Like you right now, you look like you might be dealing drugs in Miami.
Right.
But other than that,
just
you look like a good guy.
Back in Miami.
We should bring a set there, barning with the boys. Just do one episode, just barning with the boys, so you don't feel like you're intruding or whatever.
Yeah,
that wouldn't make me feel better.
That is
if I said there, hey, if I hit up George, hey, I want to bring the cameras out there. Can we do barning with the boys? Like,
we just said it,
dude. We want to train.
We just told you what we want.
Yeah, I want that.
That's your initiation into the barn. Barning with the boys.
Barning with the boys episode, and just bring me a flag.
What if we run it and we grill him?
We host Will.
We host him.
Ooh,
I'd be down.
You got to bring the equipment though, because I don't own any. Actually, no. Hey, Hidden Pros podcast.
Our 49ers fan out there,
man.
Back there, I'm sure he would be.
Just on camera, we just face all your insecurities and fears just in front of the whole world.
I'd talk about him.
Hey,
That's what I'm saying.
Bruce will be a guest host. Bruce will come out and he'll just talk to you.
I would love to talk to Bruce.
We'll have a session.
When Bruce was asking the first time we were on the pod, and he's talking about all that stuff, asking Taylor and I about the mental side. Like I love that shit. This final ad read is brought to you by Sport Clips Haircuts. They offer a unique experience that exceeds the typical haircut from start to finish.
Sport Clips stylists are experts in men and boys haircuts, with specialized training and techniques. Cutting guys' hair can be harder than women's hair. You know that? It's tough.
I do that because of facial shape, hair texture, jawline, like you got to have it all, dude.
These stylists are unbelievable at Sports
They're
Clips.
experts. When you go to Sport Clips versus a place that cuts women's hair, you are getting stylists who are specifically trained to cut guys' hair. Sport Clips are experts in understanding, facial shape, hair texture, and cutting to a guy's best advantage. Sport Clips' signature service is the MVP haircut experience. It is so much more than a haircut. The legendary hot steam towel on your face, massaging shampoo that makes you melt into your seat. It's the ultimate relaxation. With 1,800 locations nationwide, a Sport Clips is closer than you think. And your experience is even better with on-deck text alerts. On-deck text alerts, which means less wait time, more prime time. You'll get a 15-minute heads up when it's time to head in and another text when you are next in line. Sport Clips gives you more ways to save so you can enjoy your prime time. Text message opt-in required. Message and data feeds also apply. Visit a Sport Clips near you for a haircut that exceeds the typical experience from start to finish.
That's actually nice. I'm telling you when you're next. You're not sitting there like an idiot.
That's true, because you don't got to go in. You don't got to sit in the chair. You don't got to kind of look at people around you and kind
Yeah,
of
you
think
feel weird. Like, am I next? Oh,
Yeah.
You're going to get me?
like, oh, I kind of sat. I came in before this guy, but he looks like he's trying to go next.
Yeah, he looks
you
like
know
he's
what I
in
mean?
a rush, too.
So
and
just
like,
give me the text while I'm out in the car, and then I'm going to know when I'm next.
and I won't say a word to anybody. I'll sit there for hours.
yeah,
unless
just
they say
just
something to
cowered
me.
up, and then
But not sports clips, I tell you.
shout out Sport Clips. But talking about the whole insecurities thing, we've been. I don't know if we get to sponsor. We're still sponsoring them when this episode comes out, but BetterHelp, it's like an online therapy thing. But
nice.
I get to talk to personal experience, which I have now because I'm doing premarital counseling with my fiance.
Good for you.
And that shit is just like, again, like talking about insecurities that you might not even know you have.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're trying to figure out like where you're at, or like why does that bother you, or why do you see it that way, and you're going all the way back into like childhood stuff. Not that like stuff's traumatizing, but you're just circling back there as much as you can and digging out stuff from the basement all the time, like shit that you didn't even know you could talk about and say.
Shit that you buried.
And then people are like, oh, pick a word on the table, and that's only because you run into a dead end. And it's like, so when you're feeling that way, I'm like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's like, what word is that making you feel? You'll pick a word and you'll expand on it more.
Yeah,
and
I
you're
like
just
that.
talking about shit that like, and the next thing you know, you got tears coming out of your eyes.
100%.
And then you walk out and you just feel like rejuvenated because you've like learned something about yourself.
You unpack that
you're
backpack.
not. Yeah. Like you talked about an insecurity and you realize like you can now let it go. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so hyped right now.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Like,
feeling.
this shit
Hey,
hypes me up.
hey, I've had a dude. Good for you. That's fucking awesome.
Like, dude, people are so cool.
That's such a hard thing to do.
Hype right now.
That's such a hard thing to do.
Like so many people are like Bruce isn't my therapist, but like people like don't want to like talk to people about their feelings, or like going to see a therapist is like I don't need a therapist. Well, you need to talk to someone with that response. Like
Yeah,
you definitely need to talk to
Right.
Talk to
Or the
somebody.
people are like, no, I know who I am. And it's like, hey, like,
you obviously don't because you're not happy and you're definitely not making me happy right
Yeah,
now. Like,
yeah.
dude, like for you to be like premarital account, like
That's awesome.
that's real. Like
That's some
people
cool shit.
need that. Like that just strengthens a bond to make
Yeah.
it like more unbreakable. Like, and it's so hard to like find genuine people in today's world.
Definitely.
Just because, like, dude, look, you go on Instagram, dude, bigger, better, anything you want online, right in front of you. But give me
just
something.
greener grass all day long in front of
Yeah.
you.
But
Screen,
it's
the scroll.
not. The grass is green wherever you go. It's how you water it, dog.
Woo!
But like, dude,
I
like,
want one too. Thanks.
like, give me something real. Like,
Yeah.
dude, Chad Ochocinco, when he was on here, dude, when he said, I don't want models, I want athletes. First off, that's like
100%.
off target. Like
Yeah.
that just hyped me up. But
Yeah.
like at the same time, like you can be whatever you want. Like you can look however you want online, but like, can you give me a real connection? Can you like get
Hold a
into my
conversation.
mind? Can you get into my soul? Like, and that's when I was talking about priorities and finding myself. Like that shit matters to me. Like, bro, as you know, like as athletes, like, bro, like the ugliest dudes in the league can get whoever they want.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Right.
Yeah. But like,
Bakhtiari's got himself. She's good looking, and you know.
I mean, Dave is handsome though. He's perfect.
Just take a shot, just a weird shot at David for no reason because
dude.
Rob's on. No,
I like
Dave,
that.
man, you know.
yeah, Dave, man.
But just like, dude, like,
You see some of them old linemen walking around now, you're like, okay, good.
because
for
they're
you,
so
big dog.
nice, dude. That's
so nice.
real. Like that, they love each other because
Right.
that shit's real. Like they have a real connection. It's just not for like cloud. It's not like, oh, I'm dating this person because like I'm gonna get more like cameras on me. Like give
More
me something
attention.
real. I don't care how big your butt is. I don't care what you know, like whatever all the girls are into now. Like give me something real because I'm at the point in my life like I need to know if you're in or out. Like in my situation, not that I'm in a rush to get married or not in a rush to get in a relationship. Like
You just know what you
I just
want.
don't have patience with people who just like take advantage of my kindness. Like
That's
that
annoying.
shit just irks me. Like they just go through the motions and like they just want to just
They're
do
there
whatever.
they're there for the high times.
Yeah, they're just the ride the high times and don't want to go through like adversity. They're just there for like the
When it's
material, like the physical outlook of a relationship. Like
Yeah.
let's get uncomfortable. Let's figure out how we're gonna get to this.
Yeah, like be partners.
Yeah, like that. So when you're
Like,
like
do life and
but-
shit together.
But like a lot of guys wouldn't even like be like, oh, I'm not going to premarital counseling. Like, did she bring it up to you? I'm gonna guess, or did you bring it up to her?
I brought it up to her because And it's not like she didn't want to do it, but my boy Quincy Nunwa, he's a receiver for the Jets.
Okay,
and then another buddy of mine, who we all have this little Nebraska group chat, but they were talking about how dope premarital counseling was, and they're like, I encourage all you guys to explore it and shit like that. And that's kind of what was making me like, let me go try it out.
Even like it gets like the last like when you're about to do it, like those thoughts, like you're saying, those random thoughts that may pop up, just put them out on the table and figure them out real quick. So you're not living with that in a marriage, and just like when you could be getting the marriage,
right?
Like going like you're still thinking about shit like 6 years ago.
And because when things do come up too, and like the example I use when I'm trying to like tell guys about it, I'm like, it's talking about how dope it is and stuff. It's like when something usually does happen, like somebody's guard's already up. Like if you didn't do George's dishes, and George is a little,
I wouldn't care.
But you know what
I didn't take out the trash and get the dishwasher.
Yeah, but
loaded.
like if something,
Bobby, you're evicted.
if something's going on with like in the relationship, and usually when somebody confronts the other, no matter how kind the one side is, like there's usually an angle that the other side feels is happening. Like,
100%.
Okay, they're not approaching me bad now because she knows I need this way to go about it. So now she's using that way to go about it. But your guards aren't up when you're in like premarital counseling, because you're not necessarily going through any. Now, when you are going through stuff in the time and you talk about it, like that's harder, and you got to talk through it and talk through it. But when you're kind of learning about each other and personalities, then you kind of just bring stuff up like, hey, that one time. And then you're kind of talking about it because you know you're doing something to where, the therapist is walking you through it together. And then you don't realize like, I didn't know that that's how she perceived it. And that can be based on something that happened way back in the day that she didn't even know that's why she was viewing it that way, based on her parents that she saw or anything else. So
a lot of people need like a third person who doesn't know the people. Like like if me and my girl are arguing, like I don't want George to be the third like person in there. Like
I would do great.
Like doing that because like
but the other side could be thinking like there's some bias or there's some,
put someone that we don't know and let's talk.
Right.
But like you're doing like basically like prehab for a relationship, not rehab, prehab. Like you just like you're preparing for a life partner. You're not like, and that's just weird to me that people like are trying to get like I don't need to talk to anyone. Like I'm good. Like our relationship is fine. It's like, but why not just get it better?
Right. Why do you want to be fine? Like be great.
Be great at everything.
Be the best couple ever.
Like
every
us,
single
like
day.
I was just telling my girl this too. And what's the word? Like I view everything like I can be replaced just because of where we came from. Like how you were saying, like I can wake up any given day and be replaced because I was undrafted. Like that's my mentality.
Right.
So I think about that in my relationship too. So like I wake up every day like I'm going to give it my all for this relationship because I can be replaced at any point. Now, is that a good thing to think about? Because am I going to be replaced by her? No. Like,
but it makes you want to be the best you.
But that makes me want to be the best me because like that's just my mentality that like I'm just going to go like I'd rather give it my all because like back in like old me would have gave half-ass effort in a relationship. That wasn't my like whatever.
Right. That's just
but now like I'm just like I'd rather be like let's say like broken up with her or whatever for being like giving it way too much and just not feeling it rather than just being like half-ass and being like complacent. Just like complacent, like going through the motions type shit. That shit irks me. I don't go through the motions in any part of my life. Why would I go through that with a relationship with someone I love?
Yeah. And who you're doing life with too.
Yeah, you got one life. Why not be the best you? You can be every day,
dude. Stop,
because then, like, hey, dude. If you're at this level, if you're at this level, and
that fires me up, dude.
If you're at this level and you want to be the best you, and like that best you is here. All right, well then, tomorrow you start here. Hey, then let's be the next best me, and let's be the next best me, and day after day after day, and Rob, small consistent steps in the right direction lead to great results.
It's on our mirror.
And God damn it, that is all you have to do. Just be the best you can be every single day. And like, there are going to be hard times. Like everyone goes through those things. Life is tough. We talked about that. But if you can just try to be the best you and everywhere, you're going to be a much happier person. I promise you that.
You can't love someone else until you love yourself.
Boom.
Yeah, we're dropping some gems on this motherfucker, boys.
Dude, we are here.
I am so fired up with all this positive energy.
Watch this. High five. That boy is pit sweating. He is amped up.
That's why we're black, dude. That's why we're black.
You know, hey, I'll just. Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what doesn't like pitch you out like that, and that's free Fly Apparel. Wicks away moisture, doesn't hold odor.
Come on.
I just got my other boy.
Phil Forsberg. Oh,
the original Nashville boy, Phil Forsberg.
I'm a big.
Can't wait to see you back in the lineup, Phil. You're the man.
It can be cold and I'm fucking sweating for no reason, bro. Yes, just the fucking.
No, good vibes make me sweat.
And more so my right, more so my right side too.
Dude,
More
yeah.
so my right than my left.
I will tell you this
Hormone imbalance.
totally. Oh yes.
Hey, what's good, George? Go ahead.
Total change of direction here. As soon as I got over 225, sweat uncontrollably. I'm under 225 in college. I could do a full 3-hour long workout at Iowa. I would hardly sweat it. Like I would hardly drip. I would just be like, that was easy.
What are you weighing right now?
247 on the scale last night, baby. What's up? I'm feeling good.
I fucking see
Anything
dude.
over 243, I feel great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you?
That's literally
Yeah.
exactly.
You
We
guys are
roll
the
the
same.
same.
Literally. I think I got like
Same period cycle, same all of it.
Yeah, no.
Dude, hey, when you lived, dude, did you know that was real? I didn't even know that was real.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
Did we
real
all
thing.
get around each other? Well, I mean, it's the first time I had a real girlfriend. Like, I'm 20.
Did you know that was real, dude? That shit's fucking real.
I didn't
That
even
shit's
know that they
crazy.
can just like get together. I mean,
Wait,
that's
wait.
like beyond this busting with the boys.
It's fucking beyond us.
I'm like,
dude.
what?
What is this
Like,
girl,
that's a real
girl
thing.
talk on PNT? That's not what they do.
Yeah, I think
that
so.
shit is so
Yeah,
funny.
that shit is so funny.
Girls call us with questions.
They're doing the girl talk. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I don't know anything.
Did Rob tell you how the whole Bussin connection happened?
You slid in his DMs.
No.
Oh no.
after the game.
Oh,
After the game.
Well, then you slid in his DMs after the game.
Did I?
I don't know.
No, not until.
I don't think I did
I
too
don't know.
recently.
First off, this just made me bring up a thing.
Call me and
I was
ask
on
for
my way
questions.
back from Bandon, and I was just like sitting there at the getting my
Oregon.
luggage, and I'm on literally Instagram story waiting for my luggage, and I click Will's, and he had like a hat on, and he was in Maine, and I looked to my left, and it was Will in that hat, also getting his luggage in there.
Was it this hat?
No, it was the.
Oh, the Peaky Blinder hat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Bro,
hat.
and I like gave him a
Great
head nod,
suit.
and this dude just looked at me and just kept walking.
Was I looking at you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough,
And I
dude.
gave a head on. It was
For the
just like in
boys.
that. And I was like, I think I texted him. I'm like, I
Oh,
think
he
I
did.
just saw
No,
Will.
he did.
I think I just saw Will.
And he walked away.
Just walked away. I just gave you a head nod, but like,
I did. That's my bad.
No,
it was
it's
so
not.
funny.
It's
I was
not
like,
you.
I'm sure I was
like that
spaced,
in
dude.
Nashville. He doesn't give up.
No, you know how you go on the vacations, and then when you're on the back end of the vacations, you're ready to get back, and you're juiced up,
Routine.
ready to go.
Bro, I couldn't find my
so
clubs, dude. It was
when I had
trash.
landed, like you're already planning stuff out on your phone, like when you're up in the air.
You're ready
when
to
you
roll.
land, like your mind's just going like, all right, I'm gonna do this when I get back. That sucks, man. I feel
not-
shitty.
I was waiting on my clubs and couldn't find my clubs. Like going from all back and forth, just walking. I was already mad, and then I gave a head nod to Will and just nothing. I'm like, dude, I gotta go talk positively about myself because right now the Nashville people don't fucking.
No, they do not. No, it is tough.
I gotta go. I am awesome. I am great. You know, people love
People
me.
like me. I know it. Oh my
oh
gosh.
fuck, that's awesome.
Me and Will are friends.
But yeah, I was like, I found out. Yeah,
I will find these clubs. Did you find the clubs?
I found the clubs.
Exactly.
I found out that he lived in Nashville and stuff. So when we had played the game, and unfortunately we lost, but I saw him. I'm like, yo, bro,
was a fun game to watch, though.
I think I mentioned you living in Nashville. And you're like, yeah, I'm there, and I'm like, bro, you need to come hop on the bus. But so I'd have fans probably watching, probably, oh, you were thinking about fucking
Bussin.
busting with the boys after a loss.
Well, you're always thinking about the boys.
Yeah, I'm always thinking.
You
about the
can't
boys,
not
man.
think about the boys.
Yeah, that's and that's usually something too that sometimes I'll tie to is like being weary of people trying to chirp me for the whole
Bussin.
and playing football, like priorities and stuff like that.
Oh, screw those people, dude. All you do with this
You're
podcast,
not a businessman.
yeah.
You're a business
Yeah,
man.
I mean, like Bussin, like I will say, like there's nothing that you guys do that would distract from in any way, except for maybe asking Vrabel if he would like cut off his to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
like that's mildly
The
distracting.
tough part is like
it's fun.
living on the internet like that, or like doing the whole funny stuff. But
'cause you have
know,
to.
but you know, Vrabe, like, because Vrabe watches that stuff and he sees
that.
it, and then like the boys that kind of bust your balls a little bit the next day, and you kind of don't know, like,
A little bit,
Yeah.
to an extent. But everything you guys do,
you know how it is,
like,
especially when you lose, man.
losing's tough.
You've been on some winning.
I mean, I was.
You've been a winner. You've been a
in the
winner
NFL.
in the NFL.
In high school and college, no, not even
Yeah.
close. So
Yeah.
it's about time I started winning.
yeah,
yeah,
true that. Yeah,
But you know how it is too when you're losing.
yeah, dude.
yeah.
We were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and then we
I
went,
know,
what
and
did we
then
go?
last
6
year.
and 10, I think is what
mean,
it
I was
Miles was probably hyping you up on the Super
were you
Bowl,
6 and 10?
and then probably shitting on you last year.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's really like, yeah, dude. Then people just shit all over you, like, oh, dude, you're so stupid. Screw your hair. Screw your personality. You suck.
Yeah.
WWE sucks. I'm like, dude, what? all those things are really fun to me. Like, those are all awesome. Why do you hate me so much?
Stop playing Halo.
Yeah, dude.
Focus on the playbook.
Yeah, dude, I love getting the focus on the playbook. That shit's so funny. Like, you guys do not know what football players do. You guys have no clue. Like, the amount of time and the energy and effort that you put in every single day, 365 days a year. Like, people say, like, the NFL, there's no off season, in my opinion. Like, you're either getting better or some kid in high school or college is coming for my starting position.
Right, or you'll be
like
done.
real.
Yeah, there's no off season, like, ever, because if I'm not the best me on the football field every single day, like you said, you can be replaced any given second. I don't care that I signed a contract. If I suck for a month in a row, they are going to find someone to replace me. Like, yeah, they drafted a tight end in the 5th or 6th round last year, Charlie Warner. Love him to death. I hope that he wants to be the starting tight end for the San Francisco 49ers. Otherwise, I don't know why he's on the team. Everybody that's on the team, I hope that they all want to be the starters. But then in my head, I am the starter. Come get it. Like, come at me.
Right.
You're not going to get, like, I
look into the camera, dude.
Come at me, seriously. Like, I'm going to do everything I can every single day, so you guys can't, and no one will catch up. And that is my mindset every single day. Yeah. And I'm going to love it every single day too.
And every year there's just another wave of like that same mindset coming into the league.
You don't think Kyle Pitts is going to come in the league and just dominate people? That dude's a monster. He is. He's going to be great. But like nothing against Kyle Pitts, but there are more Kyle Pitts. There are more amazing players that are coming up that their dream is to be the starting tight end in the NFL. And it's not my choice to see who we draft. I just got to deal with who shows up. And so, like, there are guys, like, there are 18-year-olds that in 4 years might be on my team. Hopefully, if I can play that long, I want to play that long. Right. But they're going to be gunning for my job. Like, screw them.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw those kids.
Who are you guys taking?
Can you do me a favor?
What do you need?
Just shut up.
Hey, well, you got to say it right.
No, I can't do it. I don't like
shut up.
Sorry. I hate
And it's funny because I actually fucking fell for that.
Yeah, you did.
I go, yeah, what do you need? God damn it.
Yeah, what do you need, man?
Oh, and then he goes, you shut up. shut your mouth.
It's so hard for me to swear sometimes.
Really?
That's why I don't stream, is because I drop an F-bomb every other 2 words.
I think it'd be fucking great. It's something I need to get into after the game is over.
I've seen enough people be crushed by streaming and saying stupid things on their stream.
You are right. There's been some people in the past year or two that come to light with the whole streaming thing.
Yeah, hey, it is super cool, and you can connect to a lot of people because like the video game world is its own world. Like the amount of people that love it, and like that, it's totally different. You can connect with a whole bunch of different people. You can, grow your brand and all that. Like, I just want to play video games because I love video games. I don't need to see it. I don't need other people to watch me love video games. Like that's, I don't need that.
It's
like
just
for me, like
addiction.
I can't play video games by myself. I have to play with the boys because that is how I hang. Like my best friend, my best man at my wedding. I've been friends with him since 7th grade. And we play video games like 2 or 3 days a week together. And that is how we connect. That's how we're friends. Like one of our best friends on video games, I'm proud of the Vom Squad, baby. Wooga Booga. I've never met this guy in person.
But he's one of our best friends.
One of my best friends.
Because we FaceTime him all the time.
We FaceTime him all the time. He's an incredible human being. I've never, like, that is why I love video games so much. But it's like, I don't want to stream because I'd rather just hang out with them and be able to be myself.
And not worry about.
And not have to worry about shit.
Right.
Yeah, because, and like a joke we have, like, if Rob says something, I'll be like, hey, I'm streaming. Like live streaming.
Yeah, like if you say something inappropriate, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Sorry.
That's funny as shit, dude.
Yeah, we're idiots.
No, we were doing this it was like this Barstool meeting, and everybody was zooming in and stuff. And they were kind of walking through all these graphs.
Humble brag.
I realized, we were all on there trying to like get better. But I saw there was some data, there was some graph that they were showing, but Twitch is a bigger channel than like all of the social medias.
Yeah.
And I was like, insane. What the fuck? I just didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that.
Twitch is insane. Like, dude,
it's a moneymaker. Right?
Video games connect everybody everywhere.
We saw what Big Cat did last year during COVID when he's just playing for the Natties. And he's got 500,000 people watching him play college football.
I'm assuming that he had the idea beforehand, but he posted about like playing NCAA like back during the quarantine. And I texted him, I said, will you stream this? Like I have nothing to watch. And I think I'm assuming he already had that planned out, but like 2 weeks later he started streaming, and I take mild credit for that, Big Cat. So if I could get a shout out in your next episode, please.
Hey, we need that.
But how amazing
you might
was
have
that?
like
Yeah, he had half a million people?
One time I got on, I was like, man, let me fucking see.
I watched every game.
I downloaded the Twitch app. I made me a little profile. I made a profile just to go see like what the fuss was about. And I saw 500,000 people watching him at Tennessee do his thing. Because I got with like the Nebraska content team to try and recruit him and pitch him and Photoshop Doug.
I remember that. Yeah.
Going into like Lincoln and seeing him at the local bar.
Tennessee did that. That was insane.
Bro, it was insane.
Video games caused Tennessee's football team to actually post a photo of Coach Doug's and say, come to Tennessee.
And other coaches were posting about it, like saying like, good luck.
With him at the stadium too.
Yes.
Once he signed,
Yes.
with him at the stadium.
Yes.
Barstool created a character and hired somebody who looked like him.
Yeah.
And now he's employed.
Yeah, no, and then Coach Doug's Coach Doug's, can you uncurse me, please? I did that April Fool's thing of me going to Jacksonville, and he's a Jacksonville fan, and he cursed me on Twitter. So can we like take that off?
That's
I'm
funny.
a huge fan.
And he's such a like nice dude.
Such
he seems
a great
like a
person.
very generous dude.
He's a winner.
Yeah,
Wants
he is.
national
He
championships.
won some natties, man. And by the way, that Jaguars play was a good one. That Jaguars play was a good one.
I just left the barn like 2 minutes ago, and I see that like the first thing I open up, I'm like, this dude. I had like literally like 10 people be like, is George really? And I just want to be like, look at the date.
This dude, come on.
Yeah, it's April 1st.
Look at the date.
I had a lot of angry people in my DMs. A lot of angry people. Dude, fun fact. Hey, Nate Diaz, because he's a Niners fan.
Funny.
Nate Diaz was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, I'm so sorry. It's a joke. I am so sorry, Nate. Like,
You should invite him to the barn.
I would love it. I want to work with Chandler still. Michael Chandler.
Oh, bro.
Because
have you talked to him?
Yeah, he's not in Nashville right now. He's out of town. But he said as soon as he gets back, he wants to do some training stuff with us at the barn.
He absolutely will.
I said, come on down.
One of the best dudes, bro.
Yeah.
He is
so
one of
cool.
the best dudes.
Such a cool dude.
He's fighting for the title come May.
And he
May
just
15th.
And another guy who is just from nothing and just get it out.
Super cool dude that just beats the shit out of people.
Right.
So cool.
Because he was part of the Mizzou team it was him, Tyron Woodley, and Ben Askren. They were all in the same Mizzou wrestling team.
Yeah, how about that
Triller
fight?
We checked on him since the Jorge Masvidal fight. Like, that dude hasn't been right since then.
Who's this? Woodley?
Askren.
Oh, Askren?
Remember the knee?
The big knee that got
Like, that's a joke between me and my buddies. Like, we'll just like randomly text out of the blue, like, has anyone checked on Ben Askren? Because that dude got like, we watched it live and we were like, what just
Is he dead?
He legit was like toast. Like, he just like took that knee and just evaporated.
You saw what happened this weekend, right?
Oh yeah, we watched the Triller fight.
Just want to make sure
We just don't even know. You know, you just don't know.
That was a whole thing by
Take
itself.
a punch for 500,000. Like,
right.
Some people will say, sign me up.
Right, like you know him. I mean, one of those crazy dudes who fight that like, yo, this is a huge money grab. Like, I'm sure there's so many mid-level guys, because I would say the top level boxers and stuff just don't want to pay him attention or any mind yet, because it's like this is a fantasy world.
I can't wait to see where it goes.
Because he throws hands, dude. He still throws hands, and I'm not saying that he's not like.
I mean, it was a sick
I told
punch.
him, I'm like, Ben Askren is going to get knocked out.
Yeah, he said that.
Just because
30
you see
seconds
Ben
before it
Askren
started.
like warming up, he's like.
Well, you see his like size, like he was a little.
But you see,
husky,
Tyson Fury
dude.
is like built like that too. He's built weird.
How tall?
Yeah, but Askren hadn't always been like that. I don't think.
He had to gain 20 pounds because he fights at 170.
He
but
gained it.
Gained 20 pounds for the boxing match. This dude Jake Paul, like, you don't even know what he's on, dude. Just like ready to go. Just YouTube subscribers just locked in.
Yeah, like, YouTube is taking over, bro. Like, if you're a mid-level guy who doesn't make a whole lot of money, but you throw like, why would you not try and challenge him and continue to give him give him all that
and get $500K in the process?
Yeah, and if you lose, and it's like he gets to keep doing it.
And then after 2 weeks, no one's gonna give a shit. I mean, like in 2 weeks, like, hey, Ben Askren got $500,000, and no one else would like. And that it is what it is. It happened, and
it is what it is.
It's on to the next event for Jake Paul.
Jake Paul had some meme that had like, because he's trying to get Conor to come out, which is obviously smart PR shit by him.
Yeah.
Conor's not paying him no mind, which thank God right now anyway.
Well, let's just fight a boxer.
Okay.
No, like not me. Like I want Jake Paul to fight a boxer.
Right? Yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
I don't doubt him until like there's proof. But like,
I'm all in. Like he's like, he's got a mean hook like
if
that.
You're like the number,
that is mean. It's
if
awesome.
You're like the number 10 contender out there, and you're like a boxer. It's like you want to try and get his attention to fight.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I mean?
But there's a guy on
because that's somebody he can prove himself with.
There's a fighter who trains with, I think he trains with Conor McGregor, that literally everything that Jake Paul posts or anyone posts about
Devin
him.
or
Dylan Dennis.
Yeah,
Dylan Dennis.
comments on him. Dude, I can't wait. Like, come on, do it. I want to see it.
Is he a boxer?
What? No,
He's an MMA fighter.
He's
MMA. See that? Yeah,
I know,
mean,
but like,
I want.
he's calling him out. Like, I would watch it. Like, screw it.
I mean, even
I'm gonna watch all of them. That's what
I can't wait to see what they do next time because they had E40 on there. Shout out to the Bay. You're the man, E40. But they also had Ice Cube. They had
Bro, hang on, it was a little
they had
long.
Snoop. They had
Davidson.
Saweetie, right?
Hey, he was funny as
dude,
fuck,
Pete Davidson
dude.
is like comedy. Like,
Yeah, he's funny. That slapboxing thing was so funny. Like Ric Flair's in there. Woo! Incredible. And then you have Pete Davidson sitting behind the fence just going, oh my God, this is crazy. You look so angry. I'm like, what is going on?
Yo, I can't remember all of his
That was the
quotes,
wildest
but he had
pay-per-view.
some funny ass
Yeah,
bits,
there's
dude.
Bieber.
Pete Davidson when he's like,
Yeah, Bieber was there.
We can start. He's just a bad person.
Yeah.
We just talk about him.
Dude, he's just like so like innocent. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, and he just says it. That shit is so funny, but.
Yeah, he's comedy. I'm a fan.
We're coming up on 2 hours. Is there anything else that we need to hit? Any fan question that stood out to you?
Oh yeah, wait. Come on, show me a fan question.
I found a story when I was doing some research about you got a text after preseason in 2018 that said you had been cut. You had to come turn on your iPad and everything like that. And when you showed up, you had actually made the squad. And it says that they found out who sent the text.
I apologize.
But they haven't released it. Do you know who texted you that?
Yeah, he was a kid who got cut also, but he found my number and just played that on me for some reason.
Who was it?
That was
just a random kid. He was there for like a couple weeks.
A player texted you and said that you got cut?
Yeah, so like
It's just a random number.
So let alone like
Good find, Alex. Hey, good find.
so I was sitting at the stadium and I'm like
Wait,
talking to our
seriously?
Gray, like our player guy, like what's that called again? Like the player, not the player personnel guy, but like the guy who
The ops guys?
the guy who like is there for you guys, like probably most likely
An ops guy.
Yeah. So
The Grim Reaper.
Oh yeah, the Grim Reaper guy?
yeah, no, he doesn't know. I'm talking about like the actual like he does like the player.
Player development stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
Player
Yeah, yeah.
development. Definitely.
So
player
great,
ops.
like he's like, bro, you're good. Go home, have a beer, kick your feet up, like you're good, man. Like I had a really good preseason.
Game, right?
Yeah, I had a really good preseason.
Sweating it, bro.
And he's like, don't worry about it. Just go home and
Was that
be
against
you.
the Raiders?
Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Chiefs. That's how my boy Tim Boyle, he was the quarterback. And he was a rookie and I was second year. I walk into the room the night before the game. I said, we each are not going to make the team unless us two go out there. I barely knew Tim now. Now he's like one of my best friends. Like,
He's incredible too.
But like I told him, we have to go out there and just go tomorrow. Like, find me, whatever, because we're not making this team unless tomorrow goes off. Me and him go off in the first half. Like, I think I had like 5 catches, 50-some yards, and a touchdown in the first half. And Tim was just slinging it at me. Didn't care where I was, just slinging it. We both make the team, and we're out at halftime, and like we made the team. 53-man roster. He was an undrafted quarterback too. So like we were
Let's
like,
fucking
yeah.
go.
And now he just signed with the Lions.
Shout out TJ.
Yeah, with TJ. So yeah, I'm getting ready. He's like, go home. So I go home, like chilling, legit playing video games with Jay Kummerow. He was on the team. He's with the Bills now, but
Cousin of Nick Bosa.
and it's 2 minutes till the deadline, like 2:58 till the deadline of cuts.
Right.
And I get a text, and he had a good preseason too. Like we were both undrafted, like the boys. Like we made the team.
Hell
like
yeah,
hype.
dude.
We're sitting in the team hotel just playing Fortnite, and I get a text, and it was like, hey, come bring in your iPad stuff. And it was like legit, like the copy and paste what he got sent to him, the kid. So he sent, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, so I start driving to the stadium, like pissed off. Like Coon's like, that shit's bullshit. Like I showed, like I had a really good preseason, and I was like, shit's crazy, bro. Like, and after being told, like, dude, don't sweat it, you're good.
Yeah.
So I get
You're
in
just
there.
building this story on the drive over. Just
Bro, I'm just like pissed. I go up in the building. My tight end coach sees me, not the one that I have now. The one before with the McCarthy staff. Hey Rob, like good, congratulations. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I was like, what? Like I'm like, they just told me to bring my iPad and shit. Like I'm cut, and he was like, what? Bro, he like runs down the hallway, gets the GM. Goody's like no, like what's going on? I like show the text, like our security, like head of security gets it, finds the number, finds out who it is. Like obviously, like it like got out to the media. I told like the media the story or whatever, and they were trying to figure out who it was too. It was just one of the players, but it was so fun. Like, talk about a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah.
And it was my mom's birthday.
Oh, jeez.
So like I'm like, oh, I made the team for my mom, like 53-man roster of the Packers on my mom's birthday, like best birthday ever. 2 minutes left. Like that text, I'm like, someone's dying tonight.
I am
But
choosing
then
to
when I
kill
got
someone.
it, I'm like, whoo, like let's practice. Like that's the adrenaline I had after. Like I was like, let's ride. Like because like I was so mad, and then like it just went good real quick. Like
You got to make it twice though.
Yeah.
Basically, you got to celebrate
that.
that twice.
Hey, and in front of the and in front of the coaches too, like the GM and stuff. The people you want to kind of correct it. Like, no, you made it. Is that what happened? He's like, that's just a fake number. Like,
no, he said no, you're on the team. I was like, all right, cool.
Wait, so that guy sent it to you as a joke, or is he being a dick?
No, he's doing it as a joke. He goes,
Oh, okay.
Because I was like, because then I found out who it was, and I was like, bro, what? And he was like, I was just kidding, man. I just copied and pasted what they sent me. I go,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's not funny.
oh, dude, that was on the team.
Well,
Yeah, it
like
was a
he
player who got cut.
So like, yeah, he was there for like 4 weeks.
Unreal,
He was
dude.
just like a random kid there for 4 weeks, and he got cut. And like somehow he got my number from someone in the locker room, like to hang out or whatever. But the first text message he sent me was that.
Unreal.
How is that your first thought when you get?
Oh, I'm just fucking with you, man.
He gets cut.
Gotcha.
Hey, do me a favor. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, weak. Oh, who recorded that? Or who said that? Rob Dunbar. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Rob.
Wow.
See me. I'm just kidding.
Say I can't, dude.
I love that.
Boys, I appreciate it. Do we have anything else?
Other than that, Rob's going to write a story about this
This
tomorrow.
is all time now, boys.
I'm definitely writing in my journal about this day.
Let's ride.
You a journaler?
Have to.
Hey, this episode, before we go down more segments, big hugs, tiny kisses. Blossy probably already did the ad read. Subscribe, rate 5 stars, retweet, share.
Subscribe, resubscribe.
Subscribe, resubscribe, tithe, do your tithing, Barstool merch store, go there. We
Yes.
love you. We appreciate you. Be a fucking wolf as always for the boys.
For the boys.
Shot glasses too. We got bangers. Be a fucking wolf. BDE for big dick energy.
you have any
No
shot
bad
glasses here?
days for the boys. What's up?
Do you have
No,
any
they're getting sent to us. Trust me, I'll get you boys some.
No, I want to do it.
Big shout out to you guys. If you enjoyed this episode and love and support Bussin' with the Boys, go to whatever podcast platform you're on and subscribe to us. Leave a review, rate 5 stars. If you're already subscribed, unsubscribe and resubscribe again. It helps the boys climb the charts. And again, we wouldn't be doing this and can't do this without you guys and all of your support. We also have a YouTube channel if you'd like to watch our show or these episodes. They're on YouTube at Bussin' with the Boys. We're also on social media at Bussin' WTB. You can follow us everywhere. Go buy our merch. You guys know that whole deal. But thank you so much. We are forever grateful for you. The biggest of hugs and tiniest of kisses for the boys, always and forever.